and everyone can say hello.
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 Hello. You three are so organized, by the way.
Absolutely.
Usually it's like such a clusterfuck of hello as everyone goes off at the same time. But it was,
Now we're organized.
and you even like
We're
lit up.
polite.
You even lit up right to left on the stream. It was like so.
Beautiful.
It was so perfect. I'm very impressed. But hi, hello, everyone who's watching. Welcome to the Nameless campaign. I am the Dungeon Master Whiskey on Twitch, and we are joined by Road, played by Picto Beam. Say hello, Picto.
Hello.
We are joined by Lorelei, played by Nat. Say hello, Nat.
Hello.
Nat's volume is all over the place today, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. And then, last but no means least, we are joined by Rising Sun, played by Taciturn. So say hello, Tassie.
Oh my god, you said my name right.
That's the only time. Only in the intro is when I actually
somebody
introduce you.
clip that?
No one's
I
going
need
to.
that
Yeah,
as a
clip
keepsake.
Clip
Why?
it and ship it.
Why would you clip? I ask everyone to clip some good stuff, and it's like, oh, Dave actually said someone's name right for once. Great, cool.
Nice clip.
It's a special moment.
God damn it, you're all going to die in this
Jackie
game.
lived her dream.
All right.
No, my name isn't Taco.
Anyway, so let's bring it back, everyone. If you have missed the first session, let me do a quick recap of what happened. So our adventure began at the beginning of the Colour Festival in Pond Swain, the hometown of one of our characters, Road, and a visiting town for Lorelei and Rising Sun. We started the actual day in the morning at the Tipsy Dove, a place where Road works for a living. As Lorelei and Rising Sun entered, there was basically a dick of Goliath who was kind of picking on one of their colleagues, if you would. And a little bit back and forth went on from there as Road's boss, Lulu, gave them an idea, and I'm pretty sure we might have thought of it too, to become a tour guide for Lorelei and Rising Sun, who are obviously tourists of Pond Swain, as they spent the day trying to find a single place from a really bad roll, unfortunately, from Road.
You don't need a reminder of that.
Thank you. Thanks.
No worries. The highs and lows. You have to remember the highs and lows.
Especially the lows.
They explored a bit of the town. They came across Potions of Plenty with Fred Sayx, who was not cursed by any means apart from their own experimentation, permanently levitating creature and using pipes to move around the shop. And I think you bought one of the potions of levitation, right? I think Lorelei did. Am I right about that?
Did, yeah.
Cool. And I need to put an asterisk next to that when you use it, because we'll figure it out another time. Whenever it comes up, it comes up. And then later on during the day, after they've had a bit more food, or just exploring the different markets and, keeping away from the salespeople going around town, trying to just shift anything they could what might appear valuable, even though most of you know that it isn't. There was a time when Road got hit in the face with a water balloon by a bunch of youngsters who Road knows, and we got into a little water fight as a little bit of a tutorial for my players. And Lorelei decides to knock a kid out. And
My best moment.
and that was it, basically. They got through it all, and the festivities continued. We spoke about the night coming through, and they started to burn effigies to remember a love story of some deities. And what else do we think of? What else happened? Oh yeah, the fog rolled in, nighttime came, the bell rung, and exploded when a cannonball hit it and almost landed on everyone, but you three managed to dodge out of the way, and actually all the townspeople dodged out of the way, and they were met with a group of pirates, a group of pirate bandits, and you three just wrecked them pretty damn quick. And at the end of the fight, one of the rebels, one of the pirates, had a weird shimmer around them, an octarine glow, if you would, as once they were killed by, I believe it was Rising Sun, they exploded in a psychic wave of energy, and a piece of kind of glowing metal ding, 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 fell onto the floor. As Road picked this metal up, their consciousness was whisked away from them as their energy was sort of pulled into the air and flown over to the, what they can assume, the west of this world, as they saw below them an island. And as they pulled back from this vision, there was whispering voices, a cacophony of helpers, helpers, please come, help, anything you do, please help. And we return to this game as Road, your eyes blink and you look around you. It's still the exact same time as it was when you picked it up, with a bit of cloth, I believe, right? And you just see Rise and Sun right next to you. Lorelei is sort of just, they've just finished clutching one of the pirates' throats with a spectral hand. So, standard day for Lorelei.
I did that.
You did, yeah. Yeah.
We were pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was fun. Oh, by the way, technically, right now, Road, you're still in your starry form.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I would assume that probably as soon as that happened, like they instantly like went back to like their.
If you want
like,
to.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, because I think that not that it's like based in concentration, but I think that there is like a semblance of it. So like.
Sure. I mean, it lasts
like
a
the
minute,
energy.
but you can turn it on and
sure.
off. It just costs you wild shape. So yeah, sure, totally fine. So, Rising Sun, do me a favor, really quickly, make a perception check.
Oh,
First roll of the session.
Ooh.
Perception is +2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I have a proficiency. So it's the +2 bonus and the +2 proficiency, right?
In your skills, if you have your skill list, have a look what it says right next to perception.
It says +2.
That'll be your +2 then. So, what's your wisdom?
Okay.
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
Like my wisdom bonus or my wisdom in general?
Wisdom in general.
10.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just +2, because your wisdom is 0. Like the modifier is 0. It's 0 plus your proficiency, which is 2 right now, and that's where the +2 comes from.
Okay.
Maths. Everyone loves maths.
I got a 13.
But I don't.
Cool. It wasn't too hard to notice. Like you sort of sliced down one of the pirates who exploded. You saw Road pick up the piece of metal. It took a bit of time as well because they had to get some cloth. But once they pick it up, you saw that their eyes went a slight pale blue. Like your eye color is red, Road. Is that right?
It's like a mauve.
Okay,
but
cool.
but leaning toward like red purple.
Cool. I'm a simple person. Red purple is good for me.
You got it. You got it.
So what
More
you
advanced colors. What's that?
What's that? Spectrums? God damn it. So Rise and Sun, you noticed that their eyes went white, like whitey blue, but for a millisecond, like, and then they came back. And yeah, over to you guys. Really, what would Rise and Sun and Road want to say after that?
Is everything alright, Miss Road?
I think that Road doesn't say anything at all, like, and kind of like falls to like one knee, because that was like a lot that they just had to process, right? And like, I think like in like a nearby pouch, like put the metal in there just for like safekeeping, like still tightly wrapped in like the fabric that they had like picked it up in.
Yeah.
And then just like nods their head like yeah, I'm okay. I'm really not okay, but I'm not going to admit to it. Like type of a thing.
Sure.
And kind of like maybe some like labored breathing, because like that was a lot to like sit, like even though it happened in like a split of a second, right?
Yeah.
It felt like an eternity to them to some extent. So
Rising Sun, is there anything you'd like to do to respond to that? Would you, what's your kind of reaction to that kind of thing?
I feel like some would kind of give like a look of concern, but I don't think she'd push because like obviously she's just met Road, so she doesn't feel like she can like pry into that just yet.
Absolutely, yeah. While that moment happens, Lorelei, what are you doing?
Standing victorious and looking over to see if I can loot the body while not being noticed by it.
But so you want to loot the body while not being noticed by? Are you trying to not be noticed by the guards, or by?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you an investigation check to see what you find, and then I also want you to roll me a stealth check. While that's going on, I'm gonna actually ask you to roll at advantage. Reason being is because even though you have defeated these 3 pirates, right? There's still quite a few pirates running around the city. Guards are sort of dealing with them right now. And there's quite a bit of miss still going on. So yeah, you can get that advantage as well.
So should I roll for stealth first?
Stealth first, then investigation.
Oh my god, I got
Say again, distance, Lorelei.
2 19s.
Ooh.
Hold on. Do I have a plus on that? I have a +2, so that's 21.
21. So,
Wow.
Sneaky.
so even Road and Rising Sun, with their passive perception, they don't notice that where you were, you sort of like choke down into the mist, and there's like this breeze of as you move over to. I'm assuming the one that is furthest away from those 2. So if you look at the map, you're looking there, right?
That one.
Yeah, then go roll me an investigation check.
Oh my god. I got such a high investigation. Well, that will definitely help. Oh god, math. 13.
13, did you say?
Yeah.
Let me see what you get. So from that one, okay. So you find 3 pieces of gold, so 3 gold pieces, and where are we? 3 silver pieces too.
Nice.
But apart
Nice.
from that and the
Money.
very like regular sword, there's not really much on them. As you peruse through their belongings, and you see, you can kind of notice that Rising Sun and Road are sort of having a moment together, but you're sort of just going through it all. Is there anything else you want to do, Lorelei? So you got a little bit of money from them.
I think I'm just gonna walk over to the other, just like, hey, what you guys whispering about? I want to join the whispers.
Where were you 2? What do you say to Lorelei after that?
I think genuinely that would elicit like a very like soft like sort of like chuckle from Road as they like stand up, you know, and like try to compose themselves because they now are realizing, oh no, like I just showed vulnerability to these people that I don't really know, and so there's like a moment of where they like, you know, like go and smooth out, you know, like the, you know, parts of like the pleats of their, you know, outfit and everything, and
Understand it, yeah.
and and just, you know, like, oh, we weren't whispering, we, you know, we were just standing.
We were just looking over these poor, unfortunate folks.
Mm-hmm.
One is
Let
cut
me
in
tell
half.
you, they don't have much gold on them. Call themselves pirates, and they don't even carry treasure.
Ah, that is a
goodness.
real shame.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to investigate the other 2 bodies?
Oh hell yeah! Why not? Let's go.
Who would like to? So
I would 100%
All right.
Lorelei go to town. Like, I be my guest. Like,
Okay.
especially after everything that I just experienced. Like,
Sure.
like I don't. If there's another piece of metal on somebody else, like, I mean, like, as much as I'm curious and inquisitive, like, that was enough for me. Like,
Very true. So, Lorelei, if you want to investigate those two bodies, you can do. It'll take a bit more time. Rising Sun, if you want, you can either join Lorelei and roll your own investigation, or you can use a help action and give Lorelei advantage.
You can also do guidance as well too. So
If you feel like that's what your character wants to do, yeah.
yeah,
I feel like Sun would be very uncomfortable with like messing around with dead bodies.
Nice.
So she'd
Sure,
probably
yeah.
keep her distance.
So Lorelei sort of cracks her knuckles, shakes her neck tiny bit like, "Whew, this is my zone."
Yeah.
So
Another
Lorelei,
day.
you roll at advantage, and Road, if you feel like Road would give guidance at that point, you're more than
I
welcome
think
to.
so. Just like in hopes, like not really sure if it would like help anything, but hopefully to provide some semblance of like if they do see something to be like maybe don't touch, like type of a thing. Like if the investigation goes well and they're able to like,
Sure.
see something as they're guiding, like might like step in and be like, wait, no, don't touch that. It was type of a thing.
got you,
But
yeah.
I think they definitely would help.
Yeah, perfect.
Just to like see what else they could find. So
Cool. So Lorelei, roll at advantage, and once you've done that, add a D4 from the guidance. What'd you get, Lorelei?
Sorry, I got disconnected. Guidance is a D4, right?
Correct, yeah.
That natural one gave me nothing. I got a 19, a natural 20, and a 4.
Jesus.
Oh,
Okay. So 26? Wait, what's... No. Natural 20 plus your...
That's 4 plus 6. That's a 30.
Nice.
oh my gosh, yeah,
30!
a 30.
Damn. By the way,
Best roll yet.
people in chat, we do have a command, what is called crit 20. It should come up with little things. If anyone rolls a natural 20, you can use that. Yeah, so again, the biggest treasures are something that you wouldn't know has been taken, Lorelei. But what you find is more gold. In between them, they have around about... they've got around about 16 pieces of gold.
Oh wow.
Ew.
2 silver and 6 copper. Enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
My money. I'm rich.
So it takes you a little bit of time, right? It's not a case of you know exactly where it's going on. But
Oh, yeah.
you find their coin purse, you split them open, you empty it into your own hand and obviously into your bag. And then as this happens, you notice that there's footsteps sort of running past you, not like directly into your range, but there's footsteps running past you as guards start to chase some of the pirates towards the shoreline, if you would, the docks specifically. Question for all of you: would you want to go follow to see where they're going, or would you rather be in this moment right now? Totally cool either way.
I feel like Sun would she wouldn't join the guards per se, but she'd kind of like follow
Yeah.
close behind just to make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
that like they're okay
Mhm.
and they don't need any
Yeah.
help or anything.
Cool. Yeah.
So we saw pirates first and then the guards, I'm assuming?
So yeah, exactly. So it was a case
Okay.
of you saw like a gang of pirates start to invade the city, right?
Mhm.
Start to pillage and all that. You defended quite a fair few people in this area. But then obviously some pirates slip through the cracks, right? Because,
Sure,
it's only 3 of you and it's a bigger town. But the pirates have been fighting with the town's guard. It's small town's guard, as you'd know, Road. It's not the most proficient town's guard, right? But it does its job. It understands that these kind of things do happen, especially in the Moonshade Isles. And even though when spring happens and the ice has started to melt, it obviously invites adventure to go out, but it also invites the wrong people to come back in. And unfortunately, when it comes to the Colour Festival, because it's well known throughout the lands, people hear about it. You know, it travels. So as they are rushing by, and you see some of them getting cut down, you see some of them sort of getting even shot. Some of them are actually getting shot in the back as they're running away, because no one, when it comes to piracy, piracy is one of those where it's like, hey, unfortunately, you raided our place to hurt our people. You know, it's game over. But do all three of you give chase? Just as in, like, not right next to the guard, but at a distance, keeping an eye on what's going on.
Yes, Sun would be doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, sure. And I feel like to help the guards,
Mhm.
and I don't know if this would initiate additional combat. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's, but like, I think that probably, I don't know how far, have the pirates gone in terms of like feet wise from that we would like see them. Like, would it be more than 150 feet at this point?
I'd say it's how quick you respond to them running by you, right? So
Sure.
I'm honestly, like, I'm leaving it up to you three. You can
Okay.
you can react to them running by where you are almost directly behind the group shifting, or you can have a little bit of time to go. So it's totally up to you three, honestly.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just to help them out, I feel like that, like a little bit further out, but still close enough to like it would catch like the pirates, maybe hopefully like
Okay.
unknown,
Yeah.
like would do like spike growth, like just like since it's 150 foot, you know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
like as like a trap sort of a thing for them to like hopefully at the very least keep them closed in, and then we would still be obviously be behind the guards and all of that stuff, like if they needed help. But it seems that like we in Rhodes' brain, they were like, well, these were just a bunch of chumps, like, you know, like type
Yeah.
of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, no offense, pirates, but it felt relatively easy. But obviously they know that their skill likely might outperform by living the, you know what I mean, like depending
Sure.
on the guards and their knowledge and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I think that they would likely cast that.
Sure. So let's say this then. You three start to, like, not give chase directly, but sort of following ahead, and you notice that some of the guards are kind of losing their breath a tiny bit. They're not the most well trained, as some pirates start
Sure.
to get distance, and you cast spike growth. Now tell me about spike growth. Read the spell off for me.
Sure.
and then
So
let me know.
so it's So it's a 20-foot radius, centered on a specific point, and it's like sprouts and like thorns and spikes and everything come out, and it becomes difficult to train for the duration.
Cool.
And so when the creature moves into it, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet that it goes within it. And so it is camouflaged to look natural, so they will not. They might see like typical, you know, maybe like some like brain, you know, type of things, like, but it's meant, you know, and so like any creature, so everyone has to make like a wisdom perception check against my 14, which is the DC, to recognize it as like hazardous before entering it. But if they still choose to enter it, they still obviously will take damage. It's just they'll be aware of it.
Okay, so if you just take damage, no saving throws, only a check to see if they spot it, right?
Right. So yeah, it's a wisdom perception check. Yeah.
Oh, that's a natural one on their end.
Oh,
Yeah, natural one.
no.
Uh-oh.
So what happens is, for Lorelei and Rising Sun, you see road. Are there like, what components are there for it? Is there material component? Is there like somatic components? Is it verbal components? What's the recipe for this?
So it does take like twigs and stuff, which they probably just have like in like their pouch, or like random thorns that
Sure.
they like pick up, you know. And so it's kind of almost like this, like they reach in and then they grab like what they need, and then it's like they just like toss it out like really casually, and then it's like, and then it like they break apart into almost like, because all of their stuff is very like, not like whimsical, but like has like that air of like celestial type
Sure.
stuff with like the stars and everything, right? So they break apart into like this almost like glitter, and then it's just they go like that far distance, and then all of a sudden, so I don't know if they would be able to notice with their like passive like perception.
So what happens? What happens as you do
sure.
this?
Yeah.
The pirates are running and they're looking behind them, and they're like sort of smiling because they're getting away, and also they go and they sort of get stuck. And roll damage for me, please. As they sort of get stuck in the middle of it, and they're looking down. They, with a natural one, they ain't gonna see shit. They see nothing, and they're just sort of the legs are sort of just frozen there as they look back at the guards, sort of running up to them with rifles and swords. And
Yeah.
this is a bad day for the pirates right now.
Oh no.
I just rolled 2 4s.
Okay.
So that's 8. That's
They
8
are
damage.
they are very bloody, not dead. So you see their legs sort of just go like their trousers sort of split apart a tiny bit, and even to the point where it's like very high that they're like, do they wear underwear?
Sure.
Hang on, I'm gonna roll a d20.
Okay, here we go.
Are they? This is a really important roll, everyone. if it's above a 10, they're wearing underwear. If they're not, then they're in the skivvies. So let's have a look.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. And that is okay. They are wearing underwear. They're wearing underwear. Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, so
keeping it family friendly, brand safe.
Exactly.
We love to see it.
It's the trousers split apart, the underwear shown. They're embarrassed. They look at each other and go, "Oh fuck," and they just get blown apart from the guards and shanked and stabbed, and they are completely obliterated. And as they fall to the ground, obviously Spike Grove is still there. Do you want to keep it up as they fall? Because obviously, let me have a look at the guards.
As soon as like I know that like all of like that they're gone, or like, you know what I mean, that they're all like taken out, I would drop concentration.
Okay, cool.
Like, because it's not necessary to have up for the guards, you know, like
totally.
type of a thing.
Yeah. Imagine you got collateral damage with the guards. So,
yeah, that would be bad. I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
But as that happens, it took you a little bit of time. You were running a bit first. And as they dropped, you do see the docks in front of you, and the mist is still waving out. It's quite thick around the dock area. And before we conclude this part, can everyone make a perception check real quick?
Oh god.
Yeah, oh god. Because they're running towards something, right?
That is a mighty 7.
7, nice.
Got 17.
17.
6.
23?
Jeez.
Very nice. Lorelei?
No, I had to step away for a second.
Yeah.
I'm here! Lorelei, what did you roll? Perception check.
9. 9 plus 2, that's 11.
Okay. So, Rising Sun, you don't actually look at the you don't look at the shoreline. You're kind of just looking at the guards, making sure that everything around here has been dealt with. You're kind of in.
She'd probably be checking to make sure that none of the guards are injured or anything.
Yeah, you go into like a protection kind of vibe, you know. So you feel like that's way more important. You know, it's not that you're not good. It's more. It's like no, that doesn't matter right now. What matters is the guards, the people of this city, and all that kind of stuff. So you've got your priorities focused there. Lorelei, as you quickly look off in the distance, you notice that right in the distance there's a ship that is dark. It is still night, right? That is dark, and it just disappears into the mist as it goes away, as it sails away. Road. Road.
I don't like that.
With a 23, you see the same thing as Lorelei, but you notice, and it catches you a little bit off guard, because you've seen ships come and go throughout the time you've been in Pontswain. Mm-hmm. You've seen ships leave in the mist, but this ship, you see it dip. Mm-hmm. And then goes away. And that concludes this part of the fight. So, what happens afterwards, as you are staring and everything, Rising Sun, is there anything you want to say to the guards at all while you're looking at them, or is there anything you want to do regarding that? Or
she would ask, like, is anyone hurt? Does anyone need help? So she would be checking for injuries. Yeah. So one of the guardsmen is sort of injured a tiny bit. They're breathing heavy, and it's like, if you got anything there, I'd really appreciate it. Okay. I am going to cast Cure Wounds. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Creature you touch regains a number of hit points equivalent to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Mm-hmm. What is my spellcasting ability modifier? What's your wisdom score? My wisdom score is 10.
Oh, sorry. No. Charisma. I always get confused with that.
Charisma.
Charisma score, yes.
Charisma is 16.
16, which is a +3, I believe.
Yeah, +3.
So you roll the dice.
1d8 plus 3
There
then?
you go.
Okay.
Lorelei.
That is 5.
All right, thank you. Yeah, they're only little guards, you know. You see that the wound, what's on his rib, sort of just heals up. Is there anything different about Rising Sun's like energy? So does it look anything different? Is it just like a normal holy glow, like a bright light? What does Rising Sun's magic look like?
I imagine it looks like it's more of a green glow, and then like you can almost see little wisps that are like almost like in the shape of leaves.
Oh.
So like it almost looks like little leaves like wrap around the wound, and then when the leaves disappear, the wound has disappeared.
Sick. I love it. Brilliant.
That's so cool.
You see the guard sort of hold his ribs, like still expecting there to be the wound there, and then he looks and just looks and goes, thank you. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
No problem.
But why are you here? Were you helping? We saw you.
Oh.
We saw you around some fallen bodies, but
Well, I have to be honest with you, sir. We were just here for the festival, and then all this craziness started happening, and we just wanted to help out.
we, as the people, I don't speak for the entire town, but we are indebted to you. So thank you so much.
Oh gosh, sir, it's no problem at all.
Was it just yourself, or were you and he looks at your friends who are currently staring a little bit out in the ocean. Are they with you? Were they part of this as well?
Oh, yes, absolutely. This is Miss Rode, and this is Miss Lorelei.
Rode. Oh, Rode. Yes, of course. From the Tipsy Dove. Brilliant. Thank you. I'm going to let our captain know. And where are you staying? Do you know where you're staying?
I believe we were offered accommodations at the Tipsy Dove by our good friend Miss Rode.
Yes.
Brilliant. If that's the case, I will speak to the captain, and for your service to the town, we'll make sure you are rewarded for that. So thank you so much.
Oh gosh, thank you, sir.
Thank you. And you see that this Townsguard goes with his crew, and it's a mixture of a crew. You got humans, half elves. You got males, females, actually non-binary as well. And they're just sort of tapping each other on the shoulders, job well done, because they don't know that Road cast anything. They just saw them stand still, turn.
They're just like, oh.
Yeah, they made a mistake.
Intended.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
Damn, that was weird.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And they sort of just pick up the bodies, and they take them back into town for themselves. So you see them sort of carrying the bodies away. And yeah, so you three right now are basically, let me drag you onto the map actually, because I think that would make more sense for a visual aid.
Right, kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you are currently kind of like round about here on the map. You got a view of the docks, and you basically, you three are together. There's still commotion going around. It is late. People aren't asleep, obviously, because of this happening. The commotion's still rising. The mist is still in the air. But the actual chaos is dying down. You know, Townsguard are taking over. And, yeah, it's whatever you three want to do right now with the information you got. It is getting late. You've had a long day, not regarding like spells or anything like that, but just in a day-to-day kind of fashion, you might be getting tired a tiny bit, if you would, or not. It's up to you. I don't know how you guys are with your sleeping patterns yet, but what would you like to do?
Well, I saw a spooky ghost ship. I think that's enough fun for me today. I gotta head to bed.
I think that Road, like, as if they were start walking back to like toward like the Tipsy Dove, would like explain like what they saw with like the ship as well too, with like doing the weird like dip and everything like that.
Sure.
To maybe fill in like the additional gaps for like Lorelei, and obviously to explain to the Rising Sun, since she was talking with the guards. I don't know if they would obviously relinquish their like the vision that they had yet so far. Like they're kind of holding on to that and
No,
rolling it over.
You do whatever you need to do. That's the only information what you have. So you are free to choose to do with that as you will. So as you walk through the town towards the Tipsy Dove, you see there's the town's guards who are trying to make sure that everyone is safe. You look around a fair bit and you don't actually see any victims of this pirate invasion. The guards weren't there right at the beginning, but they were swift to get control. And as you three walk through, there's a little tiny bit in your head, mainly maybe for you, Rising Sun, more than anything, that if you three weren't there, they might have been able to funnel. Like you created a bit of a stopping point for that single moment, which could have made the difference between life and death in this town. As you walk through, the town is quiet, contemplating what has happened. You see families who were scattered at the time of the explosion come together and hug and make sure everyone's safe. And I'm assuming you three are heading directly to the Tipsy Dove? Up to you three.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't have any plans.
No?
Yeah, if people said that they were tired, that would immediately, like, Road would guide them back.
All right. So you make your way back to the Tipsy Dove. And as you open the doors, Lulu runs up to your road and gives you a giant hug around your waist. Just grips to the point where it's like round just above your butt.
Oh.
And it's like, thank the gods you are safe. Are you okay? I was so worried for you, and obviously you too, but no offense for them more than anything. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Sure.
What happened? Tell me everything.
Oh my, there's a lot, but I would catch Lulu up, you know, like, and I don't want to go through it like now to take up time, but would just give everything and then kind of, like put like during the point when they would mention like after like the fight and all of that stuff, and it was like, and I came across an interesting thing, and then it's kind of like, I think that this sort of behavior Rhode's done before that Lulu would pick up on, like this thing of like, there's people around that I don't want to share this with, but I feel comfortable sharing it with you, like when there's a better time. And
so you see that there's bits where she knows that you're being a bit hesitant of what to say, as she sort of puts her hand on your elbow.
Sure.
And just goes, okay, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have bombarded you. Just
no.
Take.
I would have been
some
worried too.
time.
I'm glad you're safe.
When you're ready, knock on my door. Come in, and we'll talk about everything. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. No problem.
I'm gonna go get them to bed. It's been a day.
She sort of like tilts her head and goes, "Are you tucking them in?"
No, but I'm just gonna show them where to go.
Oh,
you know,
can say that costs extra. Remember, that costs extra.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
How much
That's the turn. That's
How much
the
extra?
turn down
Oh,
servant.
hang on. Sorry, young lady. Points to you, Laura. Like, are you interested?
Young lady. Well, I am kind of old, and
Would you like an extra blanket?
Oh yes.
We can provide that for you. Well, 5 copper? 5 copper. 5 copper, and we'll make sure that you are turned in for the night. We'll make sure you're tucked in nicely. Road here, we'll make sure that you are looked after. Is that okay?
Oh yes, I can give it to you right now. It may be a little bit bloody, but don't worry about that.
Oh.
Oh God.
And she contemplates for a second and then puts her hand out towards you.
I'll give her the 5 copper that I found.
She looks at it and just, lovely. And she sort of turns and then walks back to the bar and gets herself a drink. As
Downs it in one go.
pretty much, yeah, pretty much. She cleans herself first, and then continues her night. The evening in the Tipsy Dove is very, very quiet, as it was in the morning, where there was a lot of music playing and banter between, a lot of the sailors. It's now just came to a very, very quiet moment, almost peaceful, but peaceful with a reason. They're trying to contemplate what happened. And yeah, you do see Twiggy as you three start to ascend. You do see Twiggy just sitting there, having a little bit more, a last minute supper before the morning ahead. And yeah, you three head to bed. Is there anything you three want to say to each other? We'll do it like this. If there's anything you three want to say together as you're in the same bedroom together, and then it will be a case of Lorelei and Rising Sun, do you want to say anything together? Then obviously Road, if you want to go to Lulu, you can do that too. So question first, as you enter the bedroom, and again, it's nothing too fancy. It's still very humble. You got two cozy beds that definitely have been washed in the past week. There's a lot of red in the room, trying to get that feeling of warmth, because it is still cold outside, especially at this time of night. There is a fire sort of just crackling in the corner. It's a very small fire, but it is there. As you three enter the room. So yeah, is there anything you three want to say to each other?
Miss Road,
Yes.
I know you didn't look like you really wanted to talk about it, but I just wanted to make sure that you were okay after whatever it was that happened to you.
Yeah. It just it was just it took me by surprise. But yeah, I'm here in one piece. And I believe I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay, well, I know we just met and everything, but if there's ever anything you want to talk about, we're more than happy to listen.
I do appreciate that. Thank you. And I think that once that happens, like they're like, I don't like emotion, and like when like and go and getting like the extra like blankets and all of that stuff and everything, And so like there's a lot of people like outside of like Lulu, a lot of people like in their past and stuff, they weren't very that didn't really like exist, right? Like
Yeah.
it's been very more of like gruff sort of, people of being around.
Of course.
And so so it takes them by surprise for a moment, especially for someone that is so new to their lives. And so they just like instantly go and like they might have to step out of the room to go to like I don't know if there's like another spot for like extra stuff and everything to go in and grab like the extra blankets.
You know
like,
it. Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
It's in a
And then come
little.
back and help with
It's in a little
everything.
cupboard that is almost not above the chimney, but quite close. It's actually connected to the chimney, so it's nice
Got
and
it.
warm. So yeah. Anything you want to say to Lorelei as you took them in for the evening?
I don't know if they would say anything, just
That's
be like,
okay.
well, like, are you, like if you need anything, I'm assuming that, that Rhodes' room would be like, obviously like very nearby. So like if they need, be like, like I'm just fill in the blank, doors down and things like, please do not hesitate. I might not be in there right away, but if you need anything, I can do my best to get it for you. And in the morning, we can prep tea, coffee, if you're needing anything else, before you all choose to head out.
That sounds
Or whatever
very
you'd like to do.
lovely.
Sure.
Now you go rest. You look tired. So am I. Good night.
Good night.
Road, as you leave the door, it creaks just, and you're used to it. Just that. As you separate from the duo, we'll move on to what those two. Is there anything you two would want to say to each other beforehand, before you go to bed? Obviously, Lorelei, I know you're tired, but is there any kind of conversation you two would have before the night is yours?
I don't know if Lorelei is planning on going to sleep straight away, but she would sit up in her bed, and from her backpack she would pull out a journal, and she'll open it and she'll start writing down like basically everything that's happened over the course of that day.
Yeah, wonderful.
Oh damn. I'll just I think she's old, so she would just she would try to talk, but then would be like, oh, you know what? There is another day ahead. I'm just going to bed.
Good night, Miss Lorelai.
Good night, son.
And we'll close off on that one. As Rising Sun, you finish your inputting in your journal.
She probably falls asleep like with it falling on her face.
Sure.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, and you sort of. I like the idea that you did that. It falls on your face when it goes into your lap, like you hold it next to your heart. And with that comfort, you both have. Well, we'll see what kind of rest you have in a second. But you both go to sleep. That's all we can say right now. Point of order for all three of you. Technically not Lorelei, I believe. If you are wearing, and I don't think Road you need to worry about this either. I think it might just be Rising Sun. But in order to get a long rest, you need to make sure that you take your armor off. That's only needed if you're wearing heavy and I believe medium armor. If you're wearing light armor, you're a medium armor, I believe.
I'm wearing light armor.
Oh, okay, cool. So if it's light armor, then I believe you don't need to take it off, actually. So you should be right. I'll double check anyway.
Do I need to unequip my shield?
Definitely shield. Yeah, you got a book on your heart. You can't be going book and shield right on top, But yeah, so don't worry about anything right now. Just a shield just typically has a -2 to your AC.
Yeah, I'm just unclicking stuff on my character sheet.
Sure, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It's just one of those things where it's just something to bear in mind. You shouldn't need to worry about it tonight, just to say. You shouldn't.
Well, I've already done it.
Well, shit. But yeah, you drift off into Dreamland. Road, what do you do?
I think that I take a minute before heading over to check in on Lulu and everything. Going in because obviously my current clothes are like paint covered, you know what I mean? In terms of with that. So I think that in some capacity they would try to, I mean obviously they don't just have the one pair of clothes I would, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they would definitely go in and start the cleaning process on that, whether it even just being getting some warm water, or cold water, you know what I mean? To help remove stuff to the best of their ability. And then once that's done and they kind of feel a little bit better, going in and grabbing their robe or whatever, and then going to, I'm assuming at that point probably once all that taking place, that Lulu's probably in her room.
Yeah.
And then just the gentle knock and then opening the door.
Come in, hello. Hey, Road, how you doing?
Oh my God, today we were caught up in all of that with the pirates and everything like that. We had to fight them.
You see Lulu put her hand out for a second and go, before anything, sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Oh sure. Okay.
And she gets you a seat and pushes it out.
Sure. Yeah.
As you take a seat, then she goes, and you see her sitting at the edge of her bed, which is a lot more well equipped than the usual. It's a lot healthier looking as a bed goes. She is quite not immaculate, but she definitely looks after herself and her belongings, making sure that everything looks great.
Sure.
And she just sits at the end of her bed with her legs sort of dangling off to the side. And just sort of leans to you and goes, so, tell me about it.
Yeah. And so, to save on time, obviously,
Of
too,
course.
unless if you'd want to talk, but I think that they would go over the course of and I would just be like, they told us about this place. I had nowhere to go, we got lost, and then those, and then I think that they would probably know the name of one of the kids, you know what I mean, and
Sure.
tell them about all the paint stuff and just and then I don't know, it was just it all happened so fast, and I just felt that I had to protect them, and I can't even remember the last time I used that. I don't know, it I didn't realize that I still had this capability. didn't, I don't, and I just out of instinct, it was just I just knew what to do, and I, I don't know, and you can kind of tell that like that they don't like fighting and stuff they'll do, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely not something that that they particularly probably enjoy doing,
Yeah.
right? And so knowing that they were like, like the immediate sort of thing of doing, with like those attacks and stuff
Yeah.
earlier in the evening, like that they themselves were the cause behind it. And so it's kind of like they're having like a moment of like inner like conflict. Which I think that probably Lulu's picked up on before, even when it's been like small things like a rat or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
always been like this sense of like that sort of thing.
So,
Um,
Lulu, as you explain the form you were taking and everything like that, Lulu sort of just comes up to you and just holds your hand a tiny bit. It's the kind of thing where it's like one hand underneath and one hand on top, gives you like a sandwich kind of thing. And goes, it's been a long time since you've done that. And do you remember? You might not actually, but there was this time when you were first here and you were settled in, we had your room, and I remember you having some kind of, I don't know if it was a nightmare, but you were making noises in your sleep, and I had to make sure you were okay, obviously, so I came in, and while you were asleep, the first time I saw that form of yours, it was fascinating. I honestly, I didn't want to wake you for a second because I just wanted to witness what was happening. You began to glow, and you looked you, but more of you. I didn't know what the trigger was, but it was amazing. It was powerful, and it was, if I'm honest, it was that point when I knew you were Special Road. But for it to come now is so interesting. At times of stress, protection, it's fascinating. You're Special Road. You are. I always knew it.
There's like you can visibly see like that they like take like a minute and they're like, like, and it's kind of like not like a glare, but just like that, like looking up and being like, that I don't, like we don't talk about me. Like this is not, and people keep telling me that. And I think like with that, like, cause like when they were like cleaning everything, obviously they didn't want to put like the wrapped metal, you know what I mean, like thing and all of this stuff. And I'm like, and you're not gonna believe, like this is incredible. And like, and it was just like, and then after, since leading into that, like they'll take it out and like leave it like tightly wrapped and like, I don't want you to touch this. Like I don't know, like, but like this fell from one of the pirates. And I just felt entranced to like go in and get it. Like I had to go and pick it up. And then like, you know how I get sometimes, like just kind of being like mildly dismissive.
Yeah.
And and then like, but I had, and then there they would explain like the full vision that they had like to her. And like, and it's like, and now I feel like this is like it, not that it like belongs to me, but like that I can like use it somehow. But I don't know. I don't, like, this is too much power.
You see Lulu just puts her hand up to tell you to like just relax, and she clicks her fingers, and she sort of looks to your right and then follows something which you're kind of used to come towards you as the metal sort of lifts off your hands. You know this as her unseen servant. As it brings it over to her, and she just sort of looks at it and goes, do you remember what the island looked like? Can you remember it? So the vision, what you saw?
Oh, like in like, I'm not sorry, like
It's okay.
I'm not sure like what like that how what you're like specifically asking like in
So-
terms of like
So what you would have seen in the vision was an island. In
oh
a
yes
certain shape.
yes and then like the
Um,
and then like the three like smaller like
Correct,
that sort of
yeah,
a
yeah.
thing. Yeah
the
yep
thing like no one else knows about yet, so it's cool.
Right,
We
right.
keep it to not to ourselves.
sorry
first.
sorry
And,
Oh,
and she
yeah.
goes, Could you draw it for me?
Yeah, I think that they probably within like that moment of like that time that had passed, and actually now that I think about it, probably would have like sketched it out regardless.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
sure.
to have it like in some other like high key notes, mostly to explain when they were talking to like Lulu in that regard and everything.
Yeah.
And then like would just be like, yeah, like here, like, and then like it's on like a piece of like scrap paper because what are
Yeah.
journals, thing, like
Yeah.
some sort of stuff from in like the laundry or like the room where like cleans, you know what I mean, type of a thing.
Sure.
Like they probably shouldn't have ripped off, but they did anyway. And and so like and then like just shows them that for sure.
She gets the piece of paper and looks and goes, huh. And she goes, hang on. She goes into one of her drawers,
Mhm.
and there's like clothes in there. There's other things that you're not allowed to see. There's
Sure.
and then there's papers. And she brings out a scroll and opens it up for you. And she has the piece of paper in her hand. And then she is looking at the picture and looking at the unscrolled parchment. And you see it as the map of the Forgotten Realms.
Mm-hmm.
The Moonshade Isles, mainly. And then she looks to the west of the Moonshade. And she slowly puts the piece of paper down. Right next to
Amazing
island.
moment for the music.
I know, what the hell, dude? I was like, amazing timing. Oh,
Paid
shit.
actor.
That's right. Thank you very much. She puts the music down. God damn it! The picture down, and goes, there.
That's it.
I don't know what that place is.
Mhm.
And you notice it's around about a week away.
Mhm.
And she looks at you and goes, I hate saying this, but this feels like you're
And-
calling.
I need to go.
You do.
Are you gonna be okay though?
I'll be fine. Don't worry. I have
Wait.
my friend here, and like literally points to nothing.
Yeah, sure.
Greg never turned up, bastard.
Oh, of course.
But it'll be
Twiggy
fine.
might be able to help too. He's
Twiggy's
always
going
looking
up-
for extra stuff.
Twiggy is going away tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
He
That's right.
maybe he can help,
Oh, it does help us get there.
possibly. Maybe speak
Yeah.
to him in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're going quite early, so you have to be quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. Are you okay? Do the others know?
I have not shared this with them. I don't know. I felt I wanted to speak with you first about it because I felt similarly, and I didn't want to commit to them because I know that they probably would have felt that, oh, we need to, they seem very gung ho about adventure. It's very it's
mean-
been a while since I've had someone that's been like that.
Maybe that's what you need as well. You've been
Yeah.
trapped in here for such a long time, and who'd have known that those moments of stress are when you really shine.
Hmm.
Maybe they'll help you understand who you are more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And she like sort of, you see her sort of wipe her eyes a tiny bit because she gets a little bit teary at the idea of like letting you go.
Hmm.
She goes, okay. She just shakes herself off. She gives you the map. And
Mhm.
I'll send you it basically when I can.
Sure.
Um,
No worries.
Gives you back the piece of paper, presents you the wrapped parchment, the wrapped metal. And she says to you, maybe I haven't seen it properly, but maybe someone can look at it for you. You might be able. There are people out there who can gather more information from objects. So speak to whoever is available. Maybe one of them can do it. I'm not too sure. A giant tiger lady and an old lady.
I don't know.
You can't assume. The skulls are
Sure.
a strange one. Were they okay? Were they all right?
I think when they were, and I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I don't know if they were wanting to take a new skull or not, but when they were looting, it was like, just like, but if that's
Like once you you can't stop kind of thing.
Oh no. Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Right. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Thank you.
We've got preparation in the
me too.
morning. Okay.
Okay.
The cook is in tomorrow as well, which is wonderful. So I'll
Wonderful.
speak to them.
Okay.
Okay. Are you gonna be okay?
I think so. I'm hesitant, but I'm excited. I think
Good.
maybe.
This is exciting.
I don't know, and I think like impulsively they're gonna like lean in and go and just like reach over like the bed like and just like hug them again. And this is probably one of the first times that like Rhodes like initiated like some sort of like type of a thing. So it obviously it means something, right? And there's a tenderness and like a wanting to like burn this moment into their like brain, type of like that you can probably feel with that embrace.
There's this moment where as you squeeze and then you let go, you notice that around where your arms were hugging, there's almost a trail of starlight coming from you as you let go, and it sort of stays around her for like a bit longer than you have actually held onto her. So as you let go, you're still technically holding onto her, and then it fades away. Okay, well, I am exhausted, and
Me too.
I'm sure you are. Get to sleep. Please get to sleep.
Yes.
The stars will be there tomorrow.
I will not. I'm not even gonna go look.
Okay.
I'm gonna close my curtain.
I don't believe you, but okay. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Starshine. Take care. Bye.
Good night.
And then you hear her pop open a bottle of something as you close the door for a little nightcap. And Road is what do you want to do after that?
I think that they probably would go in and check on their clothes, like, and go and get them, like, I mean, they're cleaned up as best as they could be. There's still, it is no longer, that there are always going to be pink hints, a pink, tint to it now, which is the thing. Yeah. And then just hang that up to dry so it'll be ready by in the morning, and then they will promptly go and pass out with the window, like the shade closed, like they are being honest in that regard probably once in their life.
So as we close to the night, you all have a restful night's sleep. I say all, but I'm kind of lying.
Uh-oh.
Rising sun.
Oh no.
Hi, how are you?
Whoop!
I'm slightly less better now that you've called me out.
Rising sun, as you fall into a deep slumber, and this is actually a very cozy night for you, and it's kind of warm as well because you're covered in fur, and the fire is on, and
it's thick fur as well because she lives in the mountains.
Very true, very true. So you're lying there in your sleep, and there's this moment as you're drifting off, and darkness takes your mind, and it's kind of eerily comfortable. Then you feel yourself blinking, not physically but mentally, as your vision goes from black and then slowly just widens, and you're greeted by the noises of birds chirping, wolves in the distance howling, and just animals surrounding you, you look around and see trees everywhere, completely covering your vision of anything else around you. And then the trees that are spreading out and the noises of the forest start to feel like they're coming together. You feel comfortable for a second. And then something's just it's not quite right. You look slightly in front. And in front of you, you see a concrete archway. Actually, stone archway. Covered in intrinsic runes. With vines around it. But these vines are black. The surrounding area, in sort of like a very small radius, like a 5-foot radius, the grass is there, but it's black and it looks almost icy. No cold feeling from it, but it looks icy, shiny, almost like it's obsidian of some type. You see in this archway a shade starts to appear over it. That shade turns into darkness. Darker than the darkest night sky you've ever seen. Something that you have seen before. You look down as you see a slightly younger paw of yours, gripping tightly onto your rapier, your trusty rapier. You gaze slightly to the right and you see another figure, similar build to you but bigger. You can't quite make out the noises, the words, but it's a growly, guttural voice. And you hear a slightly lighter, still a strong voice to your left. These two shadows start to walk towards the archway as these gargantuan hands start to reach through the shadow and grip the edge of the archway and grip the other side and pull itself through, and it stands 15 feet tall in the air. And it stares at you and you are frozen. Not by magic, not by any kind of force from anyone physically, but just from sheer fright. You know about these creatures, but you've never actually seen one in the shadowy flesh. You pull up your blade. You run slowly. It's almost like you're running, but you're running through ink. You swing your blade towards it and it snatches the blade out of your grasp. Ping, 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 ping. Onto the floor. It strikes you. And as it strikes you, it feels like your soul has just been detached and then reattached. One of the shadows to the right looks at you. And a yellow ping from the eyes just stare at you. Your wounds heal. As your father goes, "Get back in the fight." Time goes by, it flashes, you blink in and out of existence. Every time your vision comes back, it's a strike either towards the creature or towards you or the people surrounding you. You feel overwhelmed, overpowered. You didn't know darkness could be this dark. You raise your blade. You strike true, it squeals out. You pull your blade and it batters you away. You tumble back. It stands. It swings for you one more time to deal a final blow. Shing! Your sister to your left blocks it. Pushes it away. Looks back at you. And there's this pit opens up into your stomach. As your sister goes, I'll see you on the other side. And then this shadowed version of your sister grips onto the creature. It fights back. It tries to go even stronger. The shadowy energy sort of envelops everything. The trees around you disappear into this complete darkness until all you see is this vine covered archway. And you see your sister push, push, push. Back through the archway. The last thing you see in your dream is your dad collapsing on the floor, looking at you, and says, "What have we done?" And you wake up. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Wow, that was heavy. So I imagine like Sun would probably wake up like with a yell, really.
Yeah.
And she'd be like bolt upright in bed, panting and looking around.
Yeah. Lorelei, question for you. Lorelei's an elf, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Technically, you need 4 hours for
That's
a long
true.
rest. Now, would you prefer it if Lorelei needed an 8-hour rest for a long rest? Because she's old.
I'd
you're
say
cool?
maybe like 6, just like in the middle.
Okay, sure.
A little bit more, a little bit less.
So I'm gonna say that you were awake, right? But with your strength score, the tuck in that road gave you has sort of locked you in place, and you look like a bit of a caterpillar. So as Rising Sun wakes up with this scream, your head sort of just tilts towards Rising Sun.
God.
And yeah, good morning, everyone.
So does that count as a long rest for
That
me?
Yeah,
does.
it's a long
That's a
rest.
long rest for everyone. So
Alright.
Yay,
So-
health's back.
yeah, so how that goes? If you go on to D&D Beyond, there should be an option either in the settings maybe, and there should be an option what says long rest, short rest. Click on long rest, accept or apply changes,
Yeah.
and then it should bump you back all your health. You should get your spell slots all back. Any
Yeah.
wild shapes or anything extra or recharged on a long rest, which is everything recharged on a long rest basically. You get it back. And the morning greets you with bacon and eggs and any kind of breakfast you can think of as
Oh.
you wake up. But Lorelei, Rising Sun, is there anything you'd like to say to each other as that happened?
I'm trapped. I can't exactly go help you. I hear screaming.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Lorelei. I can help you out if you want.
That would be nice.
So Sun will like get out of bed and then go over to Lorelei and like try to tug the sheets out and basically free Lorelei.
Oh,
I can breathe.
little too tucked in. My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
I want my bloody copper back.
I don't think that's going to happen, Miss Lorelei.
Oh. Why are you screaming? Who are you fighting?
Honestly, it's nothing. I just had a bad dream.
have those two. I awkwardly pat Son on the back, just like, you're okay. It's just a dream.
Thank you.
I'm hungry. Let's go down to breakfast.
Yes, of course.
All right. As you leave your abode, your bedroom for the night, again, you are greeted with the smell of breakfast and eggs and bacon and just anything you can really think of. You would see... Road, would you have been up before this?
Oh, probably, more than likely.
Cool.
Just with everything in their mind and everything
Yeah.
like that. Like probably for once in there that the entire time that like anybody that's known them while they've been living here, they were up early.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So you two come down and you see Road behind the bar, sort of cleaning, making sure everything's all set up. And yeah, Road, you spot them coming down the stairs.
Oh, good morning. Hello. What can I get for you?
Good morning. In this place. Didn't think I'd be sleeping in a bed.
Road,
Would you like some? Yes,
make me an insight check.
you got it.
Rising Sun, how much are you trying to hide your feelings of the dream that you had?
She's definitely putting on a happy face right now.
Roll me a deception check.
A deception. With my mighty +3.
Gonna be puffed up like cats are, just like.
Wow, that is a
First
mighty
time.
6.
6?
Ooh.
Oh.
Road?
I rolled a 15.
So, Road, as you welcome them down the stairs and go through the whole like options and stuff like that, you just notice something's odd with Rising Sun.
Mm-hmm.
You're not too deep into like I know exactly what it is, but you just know they had maybe a little bit of a rough night.
Mm-hmm.
Do with that information as you will. Lorelei, Rising Sun, what food do you two have for this?
She's probably
what's your typical thing?
She's probably a bacon and eggs kind of person.
Very nice. Very nice.
Ooh.
Lorelei?
They're like pancakes.
Pancakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sure.
Sweet.
Sure,
Let's
that's
go.
a thing.
Road, so as they take their orders, sorry, as you take their orders, you go into the kitchen, and as you go into the kitchen, there's a new employee in the kitchen.
A new employee.
As you enter, you see this big, hulking, way too tall for the kitchen orc. Completely curved over, and he has a very, very clean apron with a chef hat tilted to one side.
Sure, to make it fit. Yep. Yep.
And he's green with a few scars around his face, and he just looks and goes, "Yup,
Hi.
yup."
We pancakes, bacon and eggs. Any of that ready that I can get it out, or?
Yup. And he just looks at you like, and he has a big toothy grin.
Sure.
Yup. And he like puts his hand out to ask for the receipt.
And
And
just hand it over, you know.
his hand is almost as big as your, like, from your face to your ears. It's like that.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
And he just looks at it and goes, looks at you. Yup. And he just puts it back and then just cracks on with cooking. And
Sure.
for such a huge creature, elegant.
Sure.
Elegant movement. Just he knows his way around the kitchen. And also, actually, you got good at perception. With very, very, very bad handwriting, there's black chalk what just writes 2 letters on his chest, which is just Ed.
Oh, Ed.
And then he's just cracking on. He's just going there. He preps the food, and as it's presented, he just dings the bell. Ding, 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 ding. And then you collect it, and he just presents it to you. And in one hand, he's got both plates.
Sure.
Yep.
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. Excellent work.
Yep. And he just goes, yep. And then just carries on doing more orders and everything like that. But there's Ed.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, Ed.
I
Cute.
like Ed. I like Ed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, Ed's great. Yeah, so then they'll just, go out and bring it out. I'm assuming that there probably were beverages as well too, so if they wanted like water and coffee and all of that sort of stuff if they would want.
And then as you present it, you see Lulu shuffles over to you, Road, and just goes, Road.
Yeah.
You don't need to be working right now.
Oh, we have time.
I'm not sure. And she like looks over to Twiggy, who's going into his usual routine of food and beverages and all that kind of thing, getting prepped, and goes, if you're going to speak to him, I'd recommend doing it now.
Do it now. Okay.
You got this.
Okay.
And she just tries to like reach the top of your head. Actually, you know what? She's in a position she could do it actually.
Oh yeah.
Because she's on that little ledge bit. So yeah, she just squish your hair a tiny bit, cracks on work. Her unseen servant, you just see plates being carried out as well. And drinks being poured while under the glasses look like they're just floating in the air and all that kind of stuff. And the patrons are just enjoying their time. And yeah, over to you.
All right. So I would leave that be. Set everything down in front of the both of them. I need to go have a quick conversation with someone. If you all need anything, you can just wave at me, or I can, maybe hopefully Lulu will catch you as well too. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
And immediately like go over and just like pop a squat next to Twiggy.
Cool. Lorelai, what did you just say then? Sorry. Do you say you go have fun?
You go have fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Cute.
Just making
Okay,
sure.
thank you.
And Twiggy is not drunk at all. He's just having like a morning ritual kind of thing. He's like, "Hello, Road. How you doing?
Hello.
How are you?"
Yesterday was a trip.
Yeah, were you out on it?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
at least you're still alive. Bloody hell.
Yeah, we were okay. Do you have a minute?
Yeah, of course. I'm just finished my food, so yeah, of course.
They're gonna like pick up their plate and like take them to like that more like private table that's in like
Sure.
the back like corner and stuff. And like I'm sure that maybe they've had conversations like this before, so this really isn't anything probably new for him, but there's a chance that there is like a seriousness like and normally they won't just like pick up stuff, like they'll wait for like a response.
sure.
And it was kind of like, are you like, do you have a minute? Like, and without even like they hear him say that, but it's like they're already in the middle of like moving over to that more like quasi secluded. I mean, obviously there's people everywhere, but it's a little bit more, like
you see Twiggy as you get up. He's like, okay, yep, sure. And then he sits down with you and goes, okay, what's up, Road?
Very like high level in terms of with stuff, obviously to save time for like right now. We'll relay and it's going to be a little bit different in terms of how they explained it to Lulu. Like Lulu, there was much more of like a concern and sort of this sort of stuff, like when they were telling them like the vision. And so, but it's very more like high level, like in terms of like more like need to know and sort of with everything like to him.
Sure.
And then like show him like the sketch. And then, like they obviously don't want to pull out the big map because that's, what I mean? Like they probably don't even have it on. They don't have it on them at the moment.
Yeah.
But they do have that piece of paper. And then they were like, and Lulu, we found it on the map. I didn't know if there's anything like I haven't even talked to the other that maybe, I don't know if it's just gonna be me. Like I need to go follow this. And I didn't know if there's anything that you might be able to help with that.
He just looks at you for a second, and he like taps his finger. He looks at this drawing and goes, "We could. And he like sort of like pulls you a bit closer. I haven't been entirely honest with you. About,
as per usual.
As
That's
per
okay.
usual. The budgie. We say we ship things, you know, we take things from one place to the other. There's a little bit of a front. We don't actually do that. We find shipwrecks out on the ocean in a trackless sea. And we basically raid them. We never kill. We never make sure everyone's fine. Only shipwrecks we deal with. And if we find anything, we bring it back and then we sell it. That's the stuff that we trade. I could sneak you onto our boat, onto our ship.
Okay.
You'd have to. And he like gets a bit quiet and goes, the captain can't know about this. You know he's a bastard. In fact, me and your crew have been talking, and we have a little bit of an idea of what we want to do.
A coup? Sorry.
So, you say it a bit loud. It's like
you can
his eyes sort of light up. Like, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
Like, and
Shut
that's
up.
completely like you would never like expect, you know, like them to like.
And he's just like,
Mutiny.
but you in that you were in that yesterday, and you handled yourself. You were able to handle yourself.
Yeah.
Was it just you? Did you handle it yourself, or?
Everybody like, and I gently gesture, you know, like to the lovely ladies, and I was like, I don't know, like, and then I think that for like when they first got there, I think that they had like a little bit like less control like over their form, you know.
Yeah.
And like and there probably was like a moment that like that we can just like, you know, finagle it in,
Yeah,
but
sure.
like that like he might have seen it, you know what I mean? And then like I turned all star-like. And then I did this, and I just did this thing, and thunder came out, and the guys like got knocked back, and then they weren't there anymore, and
that's fine. You don't have to give me your
And
entire CV.
I know.
You know.
I know.
Are you
It
strong
was pretty
or not?
cool, though.
Are you strong
Scary.
or not? That's all we need to know.
I think so.
Are
We
they
could hold our own.
Are they strong? Are they? And he's sort of whispers.
100%.
Rising Sun, Lorelei, quickly roll a perception check as this
Oh, boy.
happens. Because here's the
Are we
thing.
listening to this?
You two definitely saw Road and Twiggy walk over to a secluded kind of dark corner. So I feel like you'd have some kind of inkling that something's going on. You get what I mean?
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't think I do either.
Just
Okay.
kidding. I don't.
What'd you roll,
I
Lorelei?
got a 10.
10.
I got
I
3.
don't.
Okay, with a 10, you definitely hear a coup kind of thing. I think
Oh,
because anyone could hear that if a 10 or Rising Sun, you're
I didn't
still
hear shit.
you're analyzing what happened and you're nice, you're fine. And he just goes, well, how about this? If you can sneak onto the ship unnoticed, and you provide us with a bit of support with what we're trying to do, then we can take you there.
Okay.
Now, you have to make a decision quite soon. So if you're going to talk to them, I'd do it soon because.
I'm doing it right now. Yeah.
Well, not yet. No. And you like sort of.
Oh.
Because as you stand up to
I'm like, I think
the-
they're
yeah.
they're starting to get up. Like, okay, you
He's
said
like,
now,
"Whoa,
okay?
whoa, whoa,
Like,
whoa," and he sits down
Oh, sorry,
and goes,
sorry.
okay, so we have these. We have to make sure that it looks good, right, for the public and the guards and everything like that to make it look like we're
yes.
actually delivering stuff. We actually
course.
have barrels, and they're not filled with anything. They're filled with rocks to give them some weight, to feel like there's actually something in them. But
Okay.
they're actually empty on the inside. So right now they're probably at the docks, and eventually they're going to get put on. So maybe that's a good way to get in. You sneak into those barrels, you get pulled on. I'll keep an eye on the distance.
I turn and look at Rising Sun
Yeah.
and just like, and it's very pointed, like that's where, and then just turn my head back and like tilt it. It's like just like this sort of like silent, like, how do you expect me to fit? Like, you know, like.
And he looks at
like
Rising Sun and goes, "Well, they are cat-like. Have you ever seen a cat like go into like a bottle? They're like water, you know. They sort of fit into anything they're placed in. So it might work. It might work. They're pretty big battles, by the way. But
sure, okay.
maybe that's what I mean. There's different ways you get on, but the key is to get in, get on unnoticed. Try and get below deck because the captain will be in his quarters because he always fucking is.
Sure.
But just sneak on board, wait until we're out to sea, and then pop out where the deliveries are and where the barrels are put. The crew quarters are there, so you get out of that, you come into them, and we talk about it. You introduce you to the crew. You're gonna like some of the weird characters, but I think you'll like them. And then we start. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we could do this.
Thank
and
you.
he sort of like gets excited the idea that he might be able to get back at this fucking captain.
Sure.
Okay, but we do this service for you. Along with that, you're going to be part of our crew. You can't just be lounging around and that's it. You have to make sure you're taking part of it because you do need a crew. And then if we do gather anything on our way to this island,
it's all yours.
No.
Oh.
You put your work in, we'll split it evenly. Again, if we split it 50-50, that's more than we've ever got as a crew. You know, that's to give us like 5% of whatever it is. So, is that okay?
Yeah.
Good deal?
Yeah, thank you.
Puts his hand out for a handshake.
Yep, they're going to shake on it.
Go. And he's like,
okay.
He gets
Now I'll get
up
up.
and walks back to his table. And it's totally like trying to be indiscreet, but it's not. It's just, and it sits down. He's up.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right.
Oh, there's actually one more thing you'll do, actually. As you go back, he goes, "Well, I'm leaving now." And he just slowly
very like dramatic.
walks out.
Well, goodbye, Twiggy. It was nice to see you.
See you next year. And then he just walks out. And then, over to you, you three, I guess.
Roll a performance check.
Hang on.
Oh.
What would he have?
Oh my god, please.
Definitely not.
He's
I
average.
just
He's average with charisma. Okay,
0.
11.
Oh.
All right, I'll let you off.
So, yeah, it's a yeah. But I think some people know what's up. Lou absolutely knows what's up. Something's gone on.
Oh,
with her.
sure.
But she's
Oh,
just
sure.
Oh my god.
Goodbye, Twiggy. Thanks for your patronage as always. Have a safe journey. And she just shakes.
Wait, did you pay us? No, like.
just shakes her head like, fuck's sake. And then, yeah, over to you three. Where would you go over to the table?
Ladies, I haven't
What's
been fully honest with you.
Oh,
I want to tell you about what happened yesterday.
That sounds
Okay.
serious.
They'll go in and explain about like the vision
Sure.
and all of this sort of stuff. And this time, I think that probably they would have went upstairs and grabbed the map.
Yeah.
And because I know that they mentioned, I'm assuming that they're sitting at the same table near the fire, so it's kind of like out of the way. But
Yeah.
okay. And so, they'll sit down and they'll explain the vision, and they'll show like the piece of the parchment of the thing that they sketched, and then they'll show them like on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, I know that you were really looking forward to the rest of this festival, but I know that it seems that you might enjoy a bit of adventure. And I don't normally feel connected with people this easily, but we worked so well yesterday. I didn't know if you would like to maybe investigate this with me.
well,
Does that
would
mean I
give you-
get to loot more pirates?
What? Yes. And I have on good authority And I'll explain like with what Twiggy, like what we discussed and all of that stuff as well too, that there would be opportunity for that as well too. And you know, and it would be, depending on how things go, hopefully a much better split for us and then the rest of the crew.
Sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I would certainly be ecstatic to go on an adventure.
Mm-hmm. We have to sneak onto the ship. There are barrels.
A stealth mission.
I don't think I'm going to fit.
I
Pretty big
mentioned
barrels.
that he mentioned something about cats being like liquid. Like there's a sort of like, because like he's like you know how cats are. Road has absolutely no idea. Like it's just like this, like, you know, like, and just like you know,
I'll just put you in 2 barrels.
Okay. What?
In
What?
half?
What? Like there's like the pros, like I'm like, okay, yeah, wait, what? And then realizes what?
I mean,
One on top of each other. It's like a very tall barrel.
Oh.
I mean, if you think you could carry that sort of thing, I mean...
I don't think I'm carrying anything, sweetie.
Well, not you specifically, I was more thinking about
Oh.
whoever's going to be putting us on the ship.
Twiggy would explain that there is a crew what brings the barrels onto the ship. So just so it's clear. And like there are pretty big barrels, and Raza said you are quite dexterous, right? So we could say there's little bits of things you could do, a little bit here and there, you know. Yeah.
I have to go and get things if you would like to join me. But we will need to be a little bit quick if this is what you would like to do.
Well, yes, absolutely. I'd be honored to go with you.
Okay. They're gonna go up, get changed, put on, you know, like their actual armor, and and get everything together. Dust off their scimitar that they haven't had in like that they haven't used in like a long time. Like it's good. It's a very weird sort of thing. And yeah, okay.
All right. So you gather your things, you finish your food, you stretch yourselves out. Laura hip just goes a little tiny bit, but that's normal. You know, it's average.
I did it.
And before you set out to the docks, is there anything else you three would like to do?
Oh, I would like to go over to Lulu, wherever she is.
Absolutely.
Before that, I'm just gonna lean over to Road and go like, but what was the name of your boss again?
Lulu.
Oh, Miss Lulu?
Yes, dear.
I just wanted to check if somebody had given you compensation for the door that I broke yesterday.
No.
Oh.
If not, I'm happy to contribute.
That was everything was okay there. We made sure that he and as you say that, to bring it back a tiny bit, the doors have been like mended, put up, still broken a tiny bit until it's been fixed. But she goes, no, he has paid double actually, which was quite nice.
Oh goodness!
And that was very unexpected, but no, that's everything sorted. Actually, Rode, I'm so sorry. And she grabs a bag from beneath the I'm about to say desk, but it's not a desk, the bar area, if you would.
Oh,
and it's a sack and goes onto the side and goes, this is for you three. The captain of the guards came in and passed it over to us in the morning, and all they said was thank you. So,
oh goodness.
Who's going to take it? It's to anyone.
Oh, I don't think that. I mean, Road's like in the midst of heading up, so
Yeah, you're
if
up.
someone else wants to, yeah.
Sure.
I guess Son will take it.
All right. Son, you grab the bag, and it's a bit of a hefty amount. You open the bag, and inside, from how you sort of grip it and hold it, there's around about 200 gold's worth in there.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
And there's a little note just saying, thank you from the town.
Oh.
So I can add that to my gold.
Sure, if you want to, you can split it between you three afterwards, but right now you can put it in yours because it is yours.
Yeah, just to carry it, and then I'll split it later.
Sure. And then we come down, you gather your gold, you gather your things, and is there anything you want to do before you go to the docks? You leave the tavern, anything else you want to do before you leave the docks onto this adventure?
I don't want to leave the tavern yet. I'm just gonna go up to the bar.
Yeah.
And be like, how about that dragon fire?
I'm so glad you did that.
Yes.
Lulu smiles, pours you a shot, hands it over to you and goes, on the house, dear. Now, as you take it, I'm assuming you're going to drink it.
No, no, let's go.
As you drink it, roll a d6 for me.
Oh, goodness.
This is how Lorelei does.
Oh, God.
Tell me what you get.
I can't give guidance for this, can I?
No.
Guidance on a
not for this
whiskey
one.
shot.
Yeah.
Right.
What did you roll?
5.
5. Hang on a second.
Is that good?
Cool.
I didn't like that look in
So
your eyes.
you drink this shot, and let me just double check.
Oh no.
Let's see how much health you lose.
Oh no.
Not really.
Jesus.
So
You do literally breathe fire though.
So as you take this drink, excellent. It isn't heat. It's bitter cold, like hits your lungs, and then smoke comes out of your nostrils, and then this like fog of silver cloud just comes out of your mouth, and the tabletop, if you would, of the bar sort of freezes over a tiny bit for a few seconds.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then smashes, and then evaporates.
I was a bit cold. I was expecting something warmer. That was good.
That's the way of this drink, unfortunately. Whatever you drink, it depends on what comes out. And you never know.
Nice.
That's the fun of it all.
Oh. If I'm ever back in town, I'll make sure to have more.
Sounds good. Lorelei, was it?
Yes.
Wonderful.
And you are?
Let me just make sure I've got the full name here. Give me a second. Do-do-do. Got it. I'm Lulu Rapscallion. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Well, it's been a very pleasure. Now, I think we're heading out.
Don't get in too much trouble. Looks at you, Skulls.
No promises.
Lovely.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, are we concluding everything in the tavern?
I believe so.
I think so.
For me,
Yep.
at least, yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go on a break. When we come back, we're gonna find ourselves in the docks as you three try to sneak in to the budgie. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, and let's see what happens. Take care of yourselves, guys. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
and everyone can say hello.
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 Ooh, not in order this time.
No,
Oh,
not
no.
in order. It was
almost.
in Discord
I wanted chaos. But...
It was in Discord order.
Welcome back to the Nameless, everyone. We have been spending the first part of this session mainly role-playing, setting up a bit of adventure, a bit of plot. Road was explaining what they went through as they picked up the piece of metal, which is the mystery shard right now. And we've had Rising Sun go through a lovely, lovely, relaxing dream of darkness, shadow, and death and sacrifice, which was great. It was really good time. And Lorelei drank a dragon breath shot. And
it throws the bar.
And it throws the bar a tiny bit. But yeah, so we're going to find ourselves at the docks. But before that, a couple of things I want you to do on your way. I would like everyone to make a perception check. And the reason I'm going to do this right now is because as you are moving from the Tipsy Dove to the docks, you'll be going through the streets where there was the crumbling of the town bell, and it was like debris and everything like that. So I just want to give you a little bit of flavor as you're on your way. So yeah, roll a perception check, everyone. Tell me what you get, and then I'll
got 11.
Nice.
16.
Well done, Road.
Also 16.
Very nice.
Hey.
So, as you are walking through Rising Sun, biggest thing you notice as you go through the area, there's multiple different guards walking around, making sure that the debris is all being cleared. Some of them look very tired, but there's some that you recognized from the night before who you spoke to, the one what actually was healed by you. And they don't say anything. They just nod at you and let you go. But there's that mutual respect of, you did us good service, you helped me, and yeah, it's just like a mutual respect between you and this guard more than anything.
Cool.
Lorelei and Road. Road, you kind of know this thing exists anyway, but as you go through the debris, and there's still debris in different places, right? There's a billboard, if you would, a town billboard, and there's 2 new pieces of parchment on this board. Would you both like to go check it out?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Lorelei?
Oh, why not? If I see Road go into it, just like, oh, interesting stuff.
Yeah. I'm assuming that Rising Sun's going to join you as well. It's more that they spotted that and then they started following you.
Yeah.
So there's 2 pieces of parchment on there. One piece of parchment is actually is 3. One piece of parchment is a job request regarding a how can I say it? It basically just means it basically says infestation problem underneath my tavern. Will pay in gold. Please come help. Meet me at and then it explains actually it explains the Tipsy Dove. Another piece of parchment has, you know, when you see those pieces of paper where there's like those cuttable pits at the bottom where you take it. There's a few where it just says need to relax after a horrible night. Please come to and it explains a it explains a little location called the Babbling Brook, which you would know, Road, as like a spa area. This spa area provides every kind of service you can think of, right? Legal and illegal, if you would. But there's like multiple tabs just pulled off, and that's just there for the public. And then
It's like Sana would need that.
do me a favor, actually, Lorelei and Road, can you both roll a d20 for me? Just a straight d20, nothing added.
11.
11. Lorelei? 8.
Mhm.
Road, you see a piece of parchment and a sketch on it. And you can't help but look at it and see the similarities of Lorelei.
Mm-hmm.
And underneath it, it just says, "The Tomato Tyrant." Any information, please contact.
Oh God.
They're gonna reach over and just like grab that and just like, like one-handed fold it up
Okay.
and just, like slip it into their pocket. I
Okay.
mean, and they're not trying to like do it like secretive, you know what I mean? So if someone like
Sure.
like they'll, but like.
So Lorelei, you would see this because you both rolled a 16 on perception, but Ro was the one who took initiative to take it off. And as that happens,
I think it's
Tomato
better
tyrant.
if you just put it away.
as that happens, you work your way through the debris, past the people who are opening shops, right? The festival's like at a close. It's like a Sunday after a festival, right? If you ever have like a town fair, it's the Sunday where most things have been closed up. Most people have gone home. There's just these odd like little bits of marketplaces here and there. And it takes you a few minutes and you find yourself at the dock. And I am going to move you to the dock. And as you see the dock's is slightly leveled out. You will find yourself at a platform slightly high so you get a bit of a view. And let's bring you there, shall we?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Super pretty,
Those
right?
colors.
That's great.
And now I'll make it so the audience can see.
There we go.
I know that would be nice.
So first thing you notice, actually, hang on. There are 3
Oh.
guards. These guards are dressed not exactly in the town's guard, but pretty close. And they're just patrolling. You see, from your vantage point, you do see that walking on the deck of the ship, you do see Twiggy sort of keeping an eye out and sort of spots you. It's like, he sort of doesn't wave, right? But he just sort of catches your eye. And then his eye gazes down to the barrels, what are just around here. So let's say you came in from this point here. And from that point, you can see the barrels right here.
Okay.
And then Twiggy just moves along and just continues his patrol of the deck, walking up and all that kind of thing. So, here's how it works. You 3. We're going to roll initiative, right? But this isn't this isn't a battle. This is to organize.
It's a sneakathon.
Yeah, it's organizing what you lot want to do. And I'm just going to roll it once for the guards. My role is going to be basically determining the moves of the guards. So the guards right now, as you, and again, they're not going to be like looking at you and then we're going to stop there. You just notice that as people go by this guard right here, the guard is asking for papers for transit. So as that goes on, you'll be seeing him he'll be standing here. This one right here, sorry, I'm going to point it out, will be moving up and down in different directions. I'm going to be rolling a d4 to determine which way they go. Hopefully it won't be one of them because it'll just go straight into the sea. But, you know.
Oh, I hope that one.
Oh, no.
I hope so.
But yeah, so there'll be occasional guards here. And yeah, I want you lot to just come up with some ideas. Again, these are guards. These are, from what you can see, they're just doing their job. That's the first thing you can think of. But yeah. Okay, I've got my roll. Tell me what you rolled, Road.
16.
Nice. Lorelei.
5.
18. Sorry,
Five.
I didn't add my +2.
18,
My
no
apologies.
problem. 5 for you, Lorelei. Rising Sun.
The thing that says initiative, do I add that?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, that makes it an 18.
Okay,
Nice.
so Road, Rising
Yeah.
Sun, you two will be moving simultaneously. And Lorelei, you're sort of hobbling at the back a tiny bit.
Oh.
I'm old. I can't keep up.
Sure. So, you have a guard right here, and I should be able to do this. Hang on. Whoop. Wait, is it that? Wait for it. Hang on. Wait.
This guy. This guy.
Got it. I got it.
This guy.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, that guy.
That's-
Big
Yeah.
big
That's-
man's.
So, let's just go in a little bit of an order. Road, Rising Sun, what's the first thing you'd like to do?
Cast pass without trace.
Okay, so
Smart.
let's say this. Because you know how this works, and I believe there is verbal components for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you cast it while you were like out of sight, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Right, yeah.
you have to, again, when you're doing verbal components, you have to say it. So you
Mhm.
want to make sure that you're being smart about it. So you're all good. So you're behind there, you cast pass without trace, and now everyone has a +10 to their stealth.
A +10, Jesus.
Bear in mind, you do have to stay within, is it 10 or 20 feet?
30 feet.
30
within
feet,
me.
even better.
30 feet, yeah.
So as long as you stay 30 feet with Road, you should be good. All right. So that's that.
Cool.
Who would like
And
to
the
lead?
shadow has like a sparkle to it. Obviously, like they'll be able to see it because it was cast like on them.
Sure.
But similar, just flavor.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I guess we stick with Road.
Yeah,
Mhm.
if you want to. We can actually, we have this idea. If you guys want to move as a unit, we can just move you along, right? But if you want to do individual things, that's when we start doing it in orders. Is that cool with
Mhm.
everyone?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, let's say, Road, you did that though. Rising Sun, is there anything you want to do unless you just want to move? Rising Sun.
I mean, I think I would just be sticking close to Road. I don't think she
Sure.
would try to do anything like in particular.
All right. Let's go on to this actually then. This person's staying still. This person is moving a little bit up here. This person's moving. Hang on. Okay. Splash. No.
God,
he's
please.
moving.
Oh,
just
not
down
closer
here.
to the barrels. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then my third boys are standing guard. Okay. Last thing, Lorelei, is there anything you want to do?
Don't think so. Nothing for now.
All right.
Just wanna
Just sticking with
sneak
Road.
along.
All right. So if we're all agreeing that you're going to be moving as a unit, we're going to just make it in turn. So you three will do something as a group, and then the guards will do something as well. Is that cool?
Yeah. that
All right,
sounds
cool.
good.
Mhm.
So where do you want to go? Road.
Goodness.
Here we go.
They just wanted to cast the thing and they didn't want to be the leader. I mean, the only steps down are like right in front of that guy, right?
Yeah, there's a
We
ledge.
don't have to go for steps.
Could you hop down the ledge?
You could, yeah.
How high is the ledge?
About 15
Yeah.
feet.
Oh
15?
goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Achoo.
Oh goodness. I think that they would like venture out just like a little bit.
Sure. By the way, you
and-
should be able to move your own tokens.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Have a look. You might be able to use
So
it.
like they'll probably like go like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Oh my god, we're moving.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
Um,
you have fun with it. Don't worry.
That's right. Cool.
And
Easy.
And,
I'm on the
um,
ship now.
yeah, there we go.
no.
We're in the barrel. We made it. I think that they would like gesture like and look and then almost like painfully like look at like Rising Sun like this sort of like I some sort of like someone else to help make like a decision in terms of with this.
Mhm.
And then like I think that they're obviously probably familiar with the dock. This isn't their first time like down
Sure.
here and everything. And so they would gesture to the steps, like as terms of like the safe, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
with air quotes, and then over to like that spot for like that ledge. And I think that they would like make like a hand gesture, like one hand, like down and the other hand like going up really high, like to kind of be like but it's quite a a
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find something, but I don't remember where it is. Because as a tabaxi, I have climbing because
do?
of my claws,
Yeah, you do.
Ooh.
and I think it's 15 feet, but I don't remember.
So your walking speed, I believe, equals your climbing speed as a tabaxi.
Okay.
So whenever people like you 30 feet, whenever you're like people are climbing, they usually have to like roll an athletics check.
Okay.
For you don't have to roll anything. You can just climb.
Okay.
Ooh.
Depends on obviously the surface, of course, but yeah.
What I'm proposing
Mhm.
through presumably elaborate hand motions
Absolutely, you'll understand a bit of sign language.
is
It's very
that
convenient.
I climb down the ledge
Mm-hmm.
about here-ish. I then essentially catch the other two
Okay.
so that they don't
Yeah.
make as much noise when they jump down.
Yeah, I like it. If that's what you want to do,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so I imagine I did that. I portrayed that through hand motions.
All right.
Okay.
So
Thumbs up.
as that happens, so which way? Are you aiming to go around here?
Yeah.
Excellent, yeah.
Mhm.
So as the like hand motions and that, I don't know. No, do me a favor, you lot. Roll me a
God.
straight intelligence check.
Oh, boy.
Oh no!
-1.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god.
A
Ooh.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I got 18.
Nice.
18.
15.
What was that, Lorelei?
15.
So,
Oh, nice.
Dude,
so you
we're
all
smart.
understand somehow what Rise and Sun mentioned. Either it was that
Beautiful.
Rise and Sun was able to really like take a bit of leadership role and be like this, or just you sort of went, makes sense, yeah. So
Beautiful.
what I'd like you all to do as you're moving around, this guard right now is sort of like gazing in different directions. He's sort of making like a look around here. So I'm gonna say that you three waiting for them to look here to start moving around.
Yeah.
So as you move yourselves to the ledge over here, you three, pretty please. And as you do that, I would like you to roll a stealth check. And
Okay.
remember, this is all with a +10.
Yeah, +10 plus our own bonus.
plus your bonus.
Correct.
Correct.
Oh
yeah.
boy. Get ready for this bullshit.
Oh my god!
Oh.
A nat 20
Well
base.
done.
Oh boy.
Woo.
Alright, hang on a second, I have to do some math.
So that is a
Okay.
brisk 32.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Hopefully that can level up if other people don't do so bad.
Jeez.
Take the average.
Yeah, we
I have a
Second
mighty
for-
34.
34.
Nice.
Fuck, guys.
Lorelei?
18. Calm down.
I
Okay.
have 34.
Okay.
Nice.
What was yours, Lorelei?
18.
Nice.
They rolled a 17.
Oh
Like,
my
I don't know if I can show you on there, but that's what we rolled.
see
I see it. I see it.
I was like, they're quite. I'm not going to give them a bonus for perception, but I was like, oh my fucking god. So as you go by, and it's interesting because it's like, not mechanically speaking, but actually I think it is. Either way, Lorelei, as you step, there's a little bit of like broken debris, broken box on the floor, and as you step, the sound of your foot stepping on it is almost completely taken out by Rhodes' magic. So it's like but it just makes no noise. So yeah, they are currently looking around this way. We're gonna say you sort of duck behind the stuff around here.
Yeah, the boxes.
All right,
Mhm.
carry on.
So I guess Sun would climb down first.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. It's 15 feet. Doesn't even matter. You just go clink and to around
Yeah, so
here.
she's down on the level now.
Okay.
And she'll turn around to basically catch whoever comes down next.
Mhm.
As you're doing that, I'm just going to roll a perception check for this gentleman up here.
Oh no, please.
Yeah, I
Don't
was
mind me,
worried
sir.
about that. Blend in. Blend in.
Ooh.
I just fell. I don't know what you're talking about.
So,
Oh no. Did they roll a 20? Just
they did.
Oh,
Roll a 20. Continue as you were.
I just
Oh,
fell.
no.
Pretend you fell.
Continue as you were.
I did have a
Who am I
question.
catching?
I had a question.
Yeah.
Because before that they go down with their bird call staff, does the sound come from the staff itself, or could they like ventriloquist like have it?
I believe.
I can't remember.
Let me have a look for you. Bird call. Hang on. Staff.
Oh, a range of 60 feet.
Okay, cool. So you would definitely notice this
Ooh.
person here, right? So is there anything you want? It doesn't require concentration, does it? No, because it comes from the staff. Is there anything
Right.
you want to do?
I don't have to. I'm
with
not
that
breaking my
person?
concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just was because like with like as like Rising Sun was like going down, like I think that they would like reach behind and like just like touch like and grab like the staff.
Okay.
It doesn't seem that there needs to be anything. It's just like that it's just when you want it to do it. It doesn't seem that I even have to like say anything or do anything. Like
Sure.
it's just I just but I would have like an eagle's like shriek like appear like out like basically like
Jesus.
behind them, so like
Yeah.
across like over the water.
Okay.
So like to be something to where like, but have it be like the full 60 feet almost, so it's quiet enough, so maybe they might not see it fully, but they would hear it.
Sure. So here's what we're gonna do.
Sure.
As so the good thing is, even with a natural 20, they still would not be able to hear Rising Sun, because a natural 20 when it comes to checks is not a crit. You only crit in attack rolls and death saving throws. That's the only time it counts. So with that bird call, you cast it and the eagle makes a noise. I'm gonna do another roll on this, so it was like a disadvantage to their perception check. So if you roll another natural 20, you're still fucked.
Of course, which is fine. Yeah, like I just I
Okay.
had that in the back of my mind for like whenever we would like to use that.
It
So.
makes sense, yeah, because you would see that guard as well, so it's totally fine. And that is a natural 2.
Yay!
So as that happens, Lorelei jumps over, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, they
I'll go
would.
down
Yeah,
first.
she would.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so some would catch Lorelei. Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, roll me a d20.
Okay.
No.
Oh boy, I'm gonna break this old lady.
Oh no!
you just hear all these bones breaking on the ground.
Yeah.
You're too far away to give you guidance. I'm just kidding. That would wouldn't. But...
Oh, no.
An acrobatics check with
This-
a plus to dex.
This is a strength one because it's your.
A strength
This
check.
is strength.
Was that too? Yeah.
Strength check.
Yeah.
So, well, that's a mighty +0. That's a 2.
So as that happens, so the bird calls Lorelei. You go, yep, hup, and you go, and it's weird because that bird call Rising Sun sort of gets you as well because you're at the bottom. You don't see the cast. You look behind, and then right between your hands, Lorelei slams onto the floor.
Oh no!
Back first.
Oh my god!
And I want to roll.
Damage.
I think it's 1d6 per 10 feet, so you only take 1.
Oh my god.
Okay, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as your back, your bony butt. I don't know, maybe you're thick, Grandma. I'm not too sure. Just onto the floor, and you just look down, Rising Sun after his foot, and Lorelei's just on the floor in front of you.
She'd be mortified.
I'm just staring at them, just like disappointed.
I'm so sorry.
Well, that's
Help me get up!
The son will just like pick Lorelei up and put her back on her feet.
sure. And now it's over to Road.
Oh god.
Okay.
Thank you, by the way, for the raid, Cornerstone. Really appreciate it. We're trying to sneak onto a boat right now to start their pirating adventures.
if they would go onto the little like shop overhang,
Absolutely, yeah.
like first,
Yeah.
I think that's honestly like they're going to
You can do that.
head over to that, like on that like that edge, like right
I
there.
can't blame you. You just saw
I
Spuddy
was
so.
Yup.
gonna say, you just saw
So-
that and you were like, nope.
Oh no.
I think that's
and
fine.
then
Yeah.
and then from there, try to like shimmy down one of like the pole. You know what I mean? Like one of like the parts of it. If you think, I mean,
Acrobatics
I can.
check.
You got it.
Acrobatics check on this one.
Acrobatics.
Can I guide myself
You
as
can.
well? Can I like?
because guidance
and then
is
quietly,
guidance
sure.
is specifically for checks. So
Okay.
this is exactly when you want. Oh, actually, no, wait. I'm gonna rewind.
Oh wait, yes.
Guidance is concentration. Passive out trace.
Oh,
is
okay, right. Then I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't break it then.
I'm gonna be
Got
it.
nice
Okay.
to you.
Yeah. No, thank you for reminding me. I appreciate that.
I wish I
It
was
didn't
nice.
matter because I just rolled another nat
Concentration?
20, so that would be a
Wow.
22.
Jeez.
What the heck? So
I don't know. Like, the little
Using-
paw print showed up again. God bless.
Amazing. As you see Rising Sun sort of just completely fumble the bag of Lorelei.
The bag of Lorelei.
Yeah.
Oh
Rogue,
no.
you just go, fuck that, and then you just bounce, and then you sort of jump off, and using
Understandable.
the kind of like spring from the oh, what's it called? What's the thing called?
Like the awning type thing?
Yeah, the
like, I don't
drape,
know what it was,
whatever.
yeah.
You
Mhm.
and then you sort of do like a little bit of a spin, so it's like a cartwheel spin,
Oh my god.
and then just land completely silent.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Falling off.
So this person's sort of just walking over here now, just
Okay.
checking out the noise.
Bye.
This one here, where's my D4? Oh, is it in front of me? Nope, it's not in front of me. It's there. They walk, 1, 2, 3. They actually walk over here.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Don't
you,
like
you're
that.
currently behind this part here, so you got a little bit of cover. You still got your passive out trace going. We're not going to be rolling stealth over and over again, unless something
Okay.
dramatic happens.
Did you want me to
and
roll concentration? I haven't. Did you want me to do
Nope.
that?
No, you haven't taken
Okay.
damage or anything. You're all good.
Okay.
All right, next move. What are you doing?
I would gesture to behind. I don't like what is it? Is it just like right click to like to? I don't know how to
so
do like a
left click and just hold it down if you want to do that.
like so like I would like to like have us move like behind
How tall is
like
this thing?
here.
Yeah.
That thing. It's kind of like
Yeah.
chest height kind of vibe. So you'd have
Okay.
to duck on, like duck behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
What do you want to do? Don't be standing there too much because my guys are going to be moving a bit more.
Oh yeah, no. I think I think that they would like gesture because we do have like that extra thing as well too. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously we don't understand like the concept of like +10, but like
Sure.
Yeah.
but you know, and then like to go like over here and then
Sure.
hopefully be able to make like our way.
Yep.
You
Sure.
know, like that way.
Just want
Yeah.
At least that's and so like I think like Road would start like venturing out and
move your
Mhm.
characters to
Yeah,
that position,
sounds
please,
good.
everyone.
Let's
So
move.
and again, we're still relying on the passive out trace right now. We're going to carry it over a little bit longer because your rolls are too good. Like we're not just going to be like, that's it, and done.
Mhm.
Just appear.
This person here is going to. Okay, they are moving. You actually don't know what we're doing, so you know what?
Oh no.
I'm
Oh,
going
great.
to do this so you can't see them.
fair.
Come on.
Criminal.
This one here is okay.
Uh-oh.
Moving there.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
That's good.
You're
I-
lucky.
I think that when we see that one when it moves up that way,
Sure.
I think that Road again is going to do like the same thing that they did before, like with like that eagle.
Yeah.
And do like and cast like another charge, and then this
Yeah.
time it's going to be like sounding like a bunch of like angry like seagulls like in type of thing, but heading like in that direction, like over here, like so like you know like a little bit like closer, so like close enough that they mean like what the heck's going on, and they might want to go like and investigate. Like
So-
obviously we know that might not be a thing, but
So
they're gonna
for
try
this
to
one-
like mimic that.
For this one, I want
Mhm.
you to roll a deception check.
You got
Oh,
it.
Shit.
let's.
I don't got good deception.
Oh no.
Maybe.
I got only a
Oh.
You'll
+1.
be all right.
I'm
I'm
sure.
gonna guide myself.
Don't guide
Well, you
yourself.
know,
Don't guide
because you're
yourself, or you lose
concentrating.
Oh, that's right. I
concentration.
can't. Damn it. I keep forgetting. Okay.
Concentrating on
You're
yourself.
gonna. Do you know what I just rolled?
Go on.
What did you roll?
Another 20.
Really?
What?
Wow, dude. You got weighted
What's
dice.
happening?
I can't believe
Dude,
it. No,
I'm
well done.
suspicious.
I'm so suspicious.
I'm sorry. I don't. I'm just. I want to
You.
roll badly.
No, no. As this flock
It's
happens,
invisible flock.
Right.
You,
Yeah. There's
you,
there's no actually physically there. It's just the sound.
Yeah.
you hear from this one here going, "Oh, fucking hell!" And then he starts to make his way up the steps.
Beautiful.
That's how far he gets for now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you
Okay.
do
Run.
what you're doing, and you
Run
do
here.
you do
We're gonna-
see
Here.
you do see Twiggy, who's waiting at the top, sort of sweating.
Right. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
Did he see me drop Lorelai?
Yes, of course he did.
Oh my god. Just run.
Yeah, I think
Just
that,
run
you know,
over
they
here.
would,
Move
they
your
would,
characters.
they would. Okay.
Can we move here? Are we moving?
So like, I don't know how to check to see like the distance, like what we press for that.
There's a ruler in the left
yeah.
There
side.
you go. That's how much.
Oh, okay, I see.
So yeah, move your
Then you
characters
just-
about 30
There you
feet.
go.
Hold and
By the
drag.
way, 30 feet, you can just use your action to dash as well, so you get another 30 feet. For Lorelai, it's 35 feet. So yeah,
Okay.
could
Yeah, I
go
think
right
that probably
So we
they would
could
just go ahead and
dash
do that.
Straight to the barrels.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what. Yeah. for
Dash
sure.
in. Let's
do
alright,
that.
let's
Move your
dash.
characters in,
Let's
everyone.
dash. Zoop.
Oh.
God.
Nope.
You're standing on top of each other? Alright. Oh, acrobatics check.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, investigation check
Oh,
from
there's
all of you.
there's my what's up?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Oh, investigation.
You've
Okay.
made
Oh,
it.
that's a -1.
You've made it to the barrels. I want you to find the right ones for
Oh,
you.
no.
I have
I got
14.
Oh no.
A brisk
Oh, no.
5. There we go. Now
There
it's
it
like-
is.
There we go.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
What did you
What?
get?
I got a not 1.
Oh no.
Ooh.
So
+6 though. +6, so
Okay,
it's a
that's still
7.
good. Again, even it's nat once. Don't worry too much. But for you, Lorelai, you're like just getting into the vibe of like sneaking around. Your back's a little bit hurting, like you're sort of stretching
Ow.
out.
From
You
the
think you're safe
-1
over here.
damage.
And something actually pops up.
Oh no.
Where are you?
Barrels are already preoccupied.
Say again.
The barrels are already preoccupied.
Mine.
Oh shit, somebody had the same idea.
As you sneak around and you're looking through the barrels, you do quickly notice there is a guard standing here.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh.
Oh no.
with that, you have the barrels. You can attempt for this, but we are gonna, because it's so important this moment. We are gonna need another roll on stealth.
Sure.
Shit.
Okay.
But with what was your investigation check, Rising Sun?
It was 14.
14. You do find a barrel what is a bit larger than the others, so
Yay!
you could squeeze in.
Excellent.
So, the last roll for this sequence,
Oh no.
we're going to be rolling a stealth, and how it works is this is all about you taking the lid off, right? Looking through which ones are completely empty, which ones have weight in the bottom, which ones do have a few bits of food here and there, but you're taking the lid off, trying to enter it, and slide the lid over the top. So, everyone
Do
roll.
we still have the +10?
You do? Yeah.
Yes.
Pass
Okay.
without trace lasts an hour.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
just
good.
can't guide myself because then I'm
Correct.
you know.
Yeah. All right. Tell me what you roll, everyone.
18.
18. Is that with the +10?
It's with the +10 and with a +6.
Okay.
Hold on, math. 19.
19 for Lorelai. Road.
A 20...
Wait, no, hold on. What the fuck am I talking about?
22
15.
because I rolled a 10, so 10 plus 10 plus 2.
22 for Road. What was yours, Lorelai?
15. I'm stupid. Don't worry about it.
You're not stupid. No need to beat yourself up. Okay. So you open the barrels. You slide yourselves in.
I liquid myself in.
You liquid yourself in. You pull the lid over the top. You don't know what this person's doing. Hello, dogs, and everything outside the house.
Dogs at this
The attack dogs from the
attack
ship
dogs,
come
true.
out.
They're here.
Oh my god, the sniffer dogs.
Um,
no, they're coming.
A little bit of time goes by as you're just sitting in these barrels. Some of them do smell a bit pungent. You know, some have had like fish in them, relative kind of meats and salt here and there for preservatives. And you do hear the good job. Let's get you in.
So creepy at all.
And a bit of time goes by
Oh my god.
as you find yourselves in the bottom of the ocean. You're dead.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Campaign over.
Campaign over.
Oh shit.
You find yourselves in the bottom of the budgie. We got a little bit of time left, so let's do this. Give me 2 seconds to set things up.
1.
No pressure, please. Dear God. My God. All right.
3, 4.
And I just need to place you and you
And you, and me, and me.
and you. Give me a second. I just got to do one more thing before we before we do anything else. All right. Dish. You know that one. I know. The tension.
Are we meant to be seeing something?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I will
Not yet.
move-
Just checking.
Yeah.
You will now.
Stream can see, but we can't.
Correct.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Oh, we're in the ocean.
Oh, we are in the ocean.
You're in the
We
ocean.
both-
Oh no, we were thrown in the water.
Oh no.
No.
All right. So
Oh my
let me
God.
just double check this. I'm hoping everyone is gone. Good. Give me a second. Yep. Excellent. Let me bring this token up. There we go.
Hey.
Hey, there we go.
We're
Okay,
in the
nice.
ocean.
All
We're no
right.
longer in the ocean.
Da. So a bit of time goes by. You feel yourselves as sort of in these barrels, super quiet, and there's a knock just on the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
They lift the lid off. And he just puts his hand out to all of you and goes, "Welcome aboard the budgie," and pulls you out of the barrels. As he
Fishy in there.
sorry about that. You know, we have to have some food here, but whatever, it's fine. Follow me. And he takes you into the quarters, which are through these doors. I'm just going to place you in here first.
Yeah.
And as you around the quarters, there's quite a few crew, right? It's quite a few crew members. But there are specifically a few that stand out to you more. As you enter, let me just make sure I've got Twiggy. Where are you, Twiggy?
Okay.
Twiggy!
Okay.
Twiggy, there he is. Twiggy, as you know, is kind of a he's a handsome fella. You know, a bit rugged
look at that guy.
round the edges.
Oh, look at him.
Bit rough around the edges here and there, but he works hard.
Aw.
He's a good guy. And as he walks in with you, you look around the room, and again, there's just different standard crew members, but a few stand out for you. One on your left. Can you see? Oh God, I'm moving the map. Hang on.
You good?
Dear
Oh, no.
God.
We swimming.
We're fine. I
Tidal wave.
think.
It's okay, I can control water.
My God.
Yeah.
There we go. To the left-hand side, you see a female.
Okay.
A female with short, shaggy red hair. Black hair. And I'll bring this up for you. With a long blue. Yeah, she's hot. Long blue coat with a ruffled shirt with like loads of different brown straps all around, leather straps. And she's just sort of sat in a chair with her arms folded and one leg kicked up and over. And then you look to your right, and as you gaze to your right, you see, you know, half elf, human. Then you look to your right hand side, and you see
Oh my God.
someone
What's that?
What is that?
who looks kind of
Oh.
Whoa.
strange.
Can you control that?
Everyone roll me.
Water creatures.
Everyone roll me a history check, real quick.
A history check.
And let me describe
Ooh.
this creature for you. So
boy.
you see this wobbly creature where there's like a bandana on its head, but it's sunken in slightly, so it's like floating around in the head. There's also like an eye patch what was around it, but it's sunk in. It has a white shirt which are on the inside of it and trousers are on the inside of it. It almost looks like it tried to put clothes on, but it went and came inside. What'd you roll?
Oh, yeah, we were meant to be rolling.
History.
Just listen.
A 14.
Rolled a 5.
14-5. Lorelei?
13.
Okay, Rising Sun, you've been rolling a bit bad today.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, it's okay. I mean, Rising Sun, here's the thing. You spent most of your time in the spies, I believe it was they were called, right?
Yes.
So you,
Bukhara or something like
that's
that.
right, yeah. And because of that, your knowledge of the outside world isn't as strong as some other people. Some people read up on things. For Lorelei's lived for a long time, so they've seen a fair bit. Road, you've heard of these existing. These are plasmoids. These
Whoa.
are basically the same as like gelatinous cubes, but they have a mind of their own. And you see that this one has attached to the side a bucket, like a wooden bucket, sort of slipped into its side. And apart from that, there's like little glows where its eyes are, and across its what you think its face is like a little curve of its own like slime, if you would, and it's just making a big uncomfortable smile where it's like up to its eyes. Like
Oh boy.
like it's practiced a smile in the mirror, but practiced too much, kind of thing. And he's just like, hello.
Oh.
And then finally, for this ragtag group, you have.
I'm excited.
Oh my God. Wait, question. Are they blue? Are they blue like in the picture?
So this plasmoid, right now it's kind of a dark kind of blue, but the blue itself is pretty much identical to the water on the sea. So when you looked at the ocean on the outside, when you're walking down the docks, it's representing that color right now. but you do see
Ooh.
like they sort of their color sort of can blend into its environment a tiny bit. And
Yeah.
then you have there was no
The pair-
art. There was no art for this, so
Oh God.
you see a I think everyone will know this, an Aarakocra, a bird
Okay.
Oh
person.
yeah.
And this one is a I forgot a macaw Aarakocra, and
Well,
they
yeah.
if they could smile, right? Their cheeks are sort of flaring, and they got little rosy cheeks and the white face. They are a blue and yellow Aarakocra.
That's
And they
awesome.
have a tiny, tiny little miniature captain's hat on their
Oh.
head.
Oh, it's incredible.
They have a leather strap around their waist with a rapier themselves, but they also have a like kind of an accordion on their back, and
God.
they just stand there, and
Oh my God, I love them all.
Mm-hmm.
and there's other crew, but they're boring compared to everyone else.
Sure, sure.
Jeez.
You're sort of like looking at these four, well, three technically, for because you know Twiggy right now, and you just sort of take them in, and everyone else is sort of just standing around. There's some rough-looking people. There's predominantly human, a couple of half orcs here and there. Most of them are sort of scarred up, you know, ragtag type. And Twiggy goes, right, take a seat. Captain's still asleep. That's fine. Okay, let's have a look. And as you sit down, he turns to everyone and then introduces everyone. And let me just get my notes. I put my notes to the side. Why would I do that?
Who's who?
Who is who?
Give us the name.
Yeah, you got the names. Don't you worry. So he points to the lady, and at the bottom, and goes, "This is boatswain Cassandra. Say hello, Cassandra." And she just like arms around here, big leather boots on the table, just like, "Hi, hey." This is points to the Aarakocra. This is Figaro, our cabin boy.
Figaro.
Figaro.
I never say this. I'm the sailing master. I'm pretty good at navigating and making sure that. Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
We're gonna find out about that.
And then he points to that one. He goes, "That one is Noodle. Noodle is the swabby. He makes sure everything's clean. He uses the bucket, and sometimes he eats whatever's on the floor. It's not like he eats.
Oh.
And he just goes. He just looks and he's like,
"Oh, that's very not very nice to say. I don't eat. I'm not greedy. I just
Oh.
and he like grabs a little bit of like debris on the floor and like picks it up, and you see the debris sort of goes into his hand, goes up his arm, and then dissolves.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what?
Oh my
It's
God.
just what I do. It's just what I do. Okay, don't worry. You ain't gotta be all mean about it. I'm not greedy. I'm not.
And he just starts blabbering on a tiny bit,
Oh.
or blubbering on a tiny bit, and and as Figaro goes, pleased to meet you. Hi, hello. Lovely to meet you. And he sort of shuffles his
Oh my
feathers a
God.
tiny bit, and he like spreads his feathers a tiny bit to stretch. So he's like stretching with one arm, but his wing behind him is stretching as well. And he's like,
Oh.
hi, hello. Oh, sorry, we gotta be quiet, haven't we? Okay, cool. And
Oh my God, if anything happens to them, I'm going to
Right.
find you and I'm going to destroy
I
you.
will say
Kill
they,
everyone in this room and then myself.
I will say they do have hit points, they do have stats and all that kind of thing too.
I'm a paladin, it's fine.
Yeah. And
Check.
Tree goes, okay. Welcome. This is Road. This is who are you? Points to you, Lorelei.
My name is Lorelei, but just call me Laura.
Laura, and this is points to you,
Rising sun, but you can just call me sun.
Son. As As Figaro goes, oh, no, I like that name. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's very good.
Why,
Very
thank
good.
you,
Very good. Very
sir.
good. Very good. Very good. And
Oh.
Cassandra's like, oh, God damn it. You set him off. You set him off. Oh, we're gonna
my
Don is just like
God.
endlessly entertained by this.
I'm too
Mhm.
tired for this. And Cassandra just gets a coffee, pours a mug and just starts drinking it. And Twiggy just sits on the table, puts his arms there and goes, right, let's put a plan together. And that's how we're going to finish the session.
Yay!
Nice.
Oh my God.
Beautiful.
Yeah, welcome aboard the Budgie.
The budgie. I love it.
I created all of these NPCs
that.
about an hour before we started.
Oh my
Great, I love
God.
them.
So you want a crew, right? This vessel is 100 feet across, right? So that's quite large. So you do need a big crew, right?
Mhm.
So,
Wait, let me check that. Let's check the ruler. I think it's only 95.
God damn it. Listen. Sometimes.
No, never mind. Okay, wait, no. It's a little bit on 100.
Well, you
Okay.
start. Wait, hang on. At the back of the boat to the front of the boat is 100. Thank you very much. No. There we go.
No.
Thank you very much.
That looks like 95 to me.
But yeah, that's how we're going to finish the session, everyone. Well done. Good job. Good
That was
job.
great.
Good
Yeah,
job.
that was good.
I wanted to do something a bit less combat heavy because that's going to be
Yeah.
coming up later.
Mhm.
Loved being traumatized.
Oh, no.
Yay.
I'm the only one not
Lorelai's
traumatized. I'm
next.
just like,
Oh, Lorelai,
no, don't do that.
Lorelai's just vibing.
you got your time. Your time will
Oh
come.
no.
Oh,
Your time will come,
I got enough
Lorelai.
schools. I got enough trauma.
I've just had an amazing idea for Lorelai.
Oh
Oh
no.
Don't worry
no.
about it. But
Nice.
yeah, did you all enjoy today? A little bit different
Yeah.
pacing.
It was awesome.
Oh,
I had a really
yeah.
good
Yeah, it
time.
was great.
Good. What were your favorite bits? So shall we do this? I'm Whiskey on Twitch, Dungeon Master of this here campaign.
Sure.
But let's go through everyone. So Road, introduce who you are, what you play, and how much you liked the session, what you liked about it, and all that kind of thing. So yeah.
I'm Picto. I play Road. I really loved like the stealth part. I think just because like I love playing a druid because like I mean I had Pass Without Trace like already like built in, in terms of Force stuff.
Sure.
But I love that when I wake up I go, I just want to change up my skills and it's just, like what do I want to bring today? And so I from the last session to this one I had like made some adjustments after like, for the new day and everything. And so I thought that was really, I don't know, I like the versatility and feeling that like being able to do stuff that helps contribute, right?
Heck yeah. Yeah.
I also love your storytelling as well too, both with the narrative of everything that happened last session and also describing Rising Suns, like the dream and everything too. Like that
Yeah.
was very, very
Mhm.
incredible.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And you can find me everywhere at /PictoBeam in most places.
They're a really good streamer. You need to check them out. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for playing. You've been fantastic. Fantastic. Let's go on to Lorelai. Introduce who you are and then tell us what you thought.
So my name is Nat, or Nata is salty on most things, and I play Lorelai. I definitely really enjoyed the session. I gotta agree with Picto that the stuff was just funny, and I did feel nervous, which was good in that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Of course, my favorite part of any like D&D game is the roleplay, and I do love how our characters interact.
Mm.
And I love the NPCs to death, and if anything happens to them, I am coming at you.
I wanted to provide you with some nice NPCs that you might
Hellos.
grow attached to. Yes, that's fine, isn't it? It means you wanna protect. You wanna help out a tiny bit, and that's perfectly healthy. But yeah, thank you, and yeah, you've been absolutely great, Nat. Absolutely fantastic, and it's really nice. Like Lorelai's the the comedic value kind of vibe as well, you know, which is fantastic. It's what you need, especially when there's a traumatizing dream sequence. What happened?
Yeah, chaotic granny.
Exactly.
Chaotic granny to the rescue.
No, you did great. You did really good. Rising Sun, finally. Rising Sun.
Hello. My name is Taciturn, pronounced as Taciturn by somebody who shall remain nameless.
Hi.
As everyone else has said, I really enjoyed the stealth sequence. I'm very proud of the 34 that I managed to roll. I thought that was really cool.
wild.
But yeah, I really loved the backstory behind Sun. I love like lore, basically. I love hearing like backstories about characters. And then I've just generally enjoyed the roleplay and the interactions and the beginning of these new NPCs.
You've been doing great as well with the roleplay. I know you were nervous on the first session, but you've been doing really, really good. And it's great as well because, like, I love that the dice don't give a shit what you want to do. It's like, oh, you want to do that? Roll. And then, and then it turns into some comedy, you know? That's what it's all about. And
I dropped a grandma.
That's all right.
You fumbled the bag. But I think that's something what's amazing about D&D is, like, the dice tell the story sometimes, and embracing not just the ones when you get a natural 20, but actually embrace the natural one sometimes, because that's what makes stories really compelling, is the failures sometimes. And that's why I like this game so much. But yeah, that was great. So next week, you lot will be setting sail officially on the road to the trackless sea, which is going to be a fascinating journey for all of you. We're going to be going into like random encounters as well. So I'll be getting each of you to be rolling dice to determine what you encounter. But before you even do that kind of stuff, you're going to be dealing with the captain. And
oh no,
the coup.
The coup.
Murder time.
That's the episode name.
The coup. Yeah. That's good. That's good. I got an idea for the name. It'd be good. But yeah, so you're going to be doing a lot of interactions with some NPCs, and yeah, that's about it, everyone. So if there's anything else anyone else wants to say?
I don't think so.
No? All good?
We're good.
Thanks for being here, chat.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you for I think we got 2 raids that time.
I think we did,
that was awesome.
And what was I going to say? The VOD for this will be up a lot quicker than the last one, because the episode 1 is now on my YouTube channel. And next week we'll obviously have episode 2, but I'll be releasing a link for the Patreon page that you can all join as well. So yeah, from me, Road, Lorelei, and Rising Sun, all I can say is look at yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll say bye. Goodbye. Bye.